What's up? What's up? Let's do a sound check and then we'll get this train rolling here. It'll just take me a second to make sure the levels are good. Make sure I'm not blowing your ears out or not too quiet. I don't want either of those things. That sounds pretty good about right there, I think. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's roll. Let's get this show on the road. Hey, Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. Got a great show for you bosses tonight. Cheers to you all. Would like to welcome you all to another episode of Hoffcast. What are we on? 26 now? 26? That's crazy. I've done a lot of streaming, but I've never done a consistent thing like this every week. A lot to go over tonight. Once again, I either built me a mountain to climb or a hole to get out of. Dug me a hole to get out of. I'm not sure which one yet. We'll figure it out. So, yeah, we're going to have a good time tonight. Welcome, Nick. How are you doing, bud? Hope you're doing well. We're going to have a good time. Like I said, way too much to talk about. So, before we get started with all that, I got to obviously plug myself here, you know. Got to plug the website, Hoffcast.com, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't been there, stop by Hoffcast.com. It's the official website of Hoff here. This is where I can keep you updated on things, like if I get right to, you know, or something like that. I can't be on for a little while. That's happening to people. That's happening to people like Crumb right now. He's getting his stuff taken down. So I got to watch my back a little bit here with the things that I say and I show, but I will do my best to bring the best show I can for you, all you bosses. So the Hoff Direct will show you what this week's live stream will be, episode 26. You can find it right there. That's where we are. You can even see Nick's comment right there. How about that? It's magic. And then, excuse me. I got exclusive Hoffcast videos where I don't post on YouTube. Hoff News. This is so hard to update. I don't know why these pictures take like an hour to upload one JPEG. But that's what usually like things I'm talking about or might be talking about. More pictures, Hoff tunes. Sometimes I put up music. Hoff quote. I haven't changed it in a while. Boss up. Let's just all keep bossing up, you know. And then, yeah, here's my dog Kira and the Sphinx, which I think might be a lion. Or I don't know. It's up in the air right now. I haven't actually researched it. And at the bottom, you can connect with me via Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I don't use the whole Instagram thing or the Twitter thing a whole lot, but I do check them a few times a week. So definitely check out Hoffcast.com. Yes, you, James. Yes, you. Check it out if you haven't. You degenerate. I'm just kidding, James. I know James personally. He's my buddy. I love him. He is a knucklehead, though. There's no doubt about that. Bing bong. So, yeah, Hoffcast.com. Visit today to get all your official Hoffcast news. All right. All right. We got such a big show. I was thinking, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start with this stuff. So we'll just dive in, I guess, you know. We'll start out with some fun stuff, as I always do. And then we'll get to some maybe rapid fire and then the long haul kind of subjects, you know. So I saw this video just a little while ago, actually. I thought it'd be fun to look at. It says, watches a dog named Bullet, which is this is fake. Either way, I don't think it is. But how ironic or coincidental, however you want to look at it, that this dog's name was Bullet. Saved a cashier's life during an armed robbery attempt. Now, this is in Philadelphia. Oh, you know, Philly. Says a gun battle between a Philly corner store clerk and two would-be armed robbers was caught on video. The store's manager credits his dog with saving the lives of both his clerk and himself. Security video shows the moments early Tuesday morning. Blah, blah. Let's just watch it.
First at 5, would-be robbers with guns caught on camera coming up against a dog named Mullet. The canine sprang into action during a convenience store holdup where a clerk was shot.
Oh, I love dogs. That thing's fearless.
At the Roundhouse tonight, and Matt, the owner of that store, says that Mullet's bravery saved his life.
That's
Aloha, Steve. How you doing tonight, bro?
Alive, Jess. As for that clerk who was shot, well, she is in the hospital but is doing okay. Security video shows the moments two would-be robbers rush into Big A corner store on Torresdale Avenue in the city's Wissinoming section early Tuesday
Guns
morning.
out.
Two people come on
That
with
dog
a big
don't
gun and a
give a
small
crap,
gun.
dude.
They come into the straight up to all the way here with a gun.
Dogs
and,
are the
go
best.
ahead,
Dogs
in
are
my
hands
head.
down the best. Cats are okay. I'm allergic to cats.
The store manager says one suspect points a gun at his clerk. You can see her sitting on the couch.
Wham!
Then, as a dog jumps all over the suspect, the clerk takes out a gun and fires. The suspect is seen running away before the
got rid of him real quick.
Shoots at the clerk several times.
I have it right here. He coming straight out with a gun.
So robbers, they don't like dogs. They don't
right here.
At all.
It was almost coming in our head.
The manager showing us one of the bullet holes left behind, and even this.
This is a bullet too. This is gonna kill somebody for no
hollow
reason.
point right there.
Police say the 32-year-old clerk was struck 4 times. She's now getting treated at Jefferson Torresdale Hospital.
She's fine.
Thank goodness.
The store manager also believes the
dog
would-be
stepped in and
robbery
saved the
would
day.
have turned deadly.
Come here.
If not for his
Look at that
dog
beautiful
named
hound.
Bullet. You
Aw.
can see Bullet
How
jump all over the
seriously though, how
suspect,
coincidental.
getting in
The dog's
his
name is
way
Bullet.
just as the clerk fires.
If he don't move the guy and grumble him, he will shoot the girl before he shoot him. He did help.
He saved her life.
He saved my life and her life.
And no arrests have been made, but police
Roundhouse.
recovered one
Roadhouse.
the suspects left
I don't know if
behind.
it's more Chuck
Police
Norris or
also recovered a gun that was
Patrick
fired
Swayze.
by that clerk. Live outside Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Matt Petrillo, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Matt, thank
That's
you.
a nice story to start on right before we get to all the craziness of the world. We'll look at some more funny stuff. There's a couple more things I wanted to mention now that more people are here. This Thursday, I will have another episode of Hoffcast with a couple of guests. Chrissy and Laura, they are tarot card readers. We'll be doing maybe some tarot card reading on the show, maybe for me, maybe for some people in the chat, if they're kind enough to do that sort of thing for us. And we won't just be talking tarot cards. We'll be talking more than that, but it should be a fun time. So check that out this Thursday at 8. Next thing I wanted to say real quick here, just want to get this out of the way. I've had a couple people come to me this week who watch my show, a couple of you bosses, and they seem to have some trouble with some other people in the chat, not necessarily with me. They come to me and they say, I don't know if I want to watch your show because someone else is watching your show I don't agree with. First and foremost here at Hoffcast, I want all of you to get along. I want you all to love each other. This place is not about drama, debating, anything like that. If you have any of that kind of issue, take it somewhere else. Get it away from here because I ain't having none of that. If I see anyone going after anyone, I'm going to get rid of you because I don't want none of that. I don't like to pick sides in any of these things. That's why I'm just being vague here. But just be nice to each other in the chat, please. You can say whatever you want about old Hoff here. I don't care. You can say I'm goofy looking. You can say I'm a liar, a fraud, or phony. I don't care what you say about me. I got thick skin. I can take it. I'll take it all day long. Maybe I can water off my back here. Let's just brush it aside. But I want you all to be nice to each other. Let's have a good time here at Hoffcast. That being said, let's proceed with the show. I love you all. And speaking of Patrick Swayze, I wanted to bring this up here. This article speaks dearly to my heart. This is 7 reasons why the mullet needs to make a comeback. And as you know, Hoff here sporting the mullet. It's getting longer every day. I love it. If you haven't had a mullet, you don't know what you're missing out on. It's a beautiful thing. And this was written back in 2016, as you can see by the date there. But it holds up truer today when you're actually kind of seeing the mullet making a comeback. And look at Patrick Swayze there. That's a beautiful mullet. May you rest in peace, rocking a sweet mullet. Here's some mullet quotes for everyone. Business in the front, party in the back. That's a classic. Tennessee top hat. Kentucky waterfall. I like that one. Missouri Compromise. Neck warmer. And let me tell you what, in this winter times, it is a neck warmer. I'm giving you a firsthand review of a mullet. So let's see here. 7 reasons. It's the best of both worlds. You got Billy Ray Cyrus here. Mullets demand respect. Look at Chuck Norris. I just mentioned him too. He's widely regarded to be the baddest man in history. Well, because he is. The mullet will achieve world peace. I believe this is true, and that's why what I'm about here at Hoffcast is world peace. It says, this is the writer speaking here, piggybacking off my last point. If everybody in the world wore a mullet, nobody would ever fight. People would feel equal levels of intimidation and respect upon seeing another person with a mullet, causing all altercations to be extinguished before they can even begin. It's not a coincidence that both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton sport hairstyles that are mighty similar to mullets. They both want to stop all this senseless fighting and warring in the world when they take office. You hear that? It's all about peace. The mullet's all about peace, baby. Mullets are practical. Look at that. Look at the math behind the mullet. See the business. You see that right there. And then down here, the party in the back. Not only does this guy have a fantastic 80s mullet, he's also got the porn stash there, and that, what is it, like a Bugle Boy jeans shirt or something like that you sell at JCPenney back in the day. Oh, you never have to put sunscreen on the back of your neck. Well, we'll find that out in the summer. I'll give you a review of that, but right now it's too cold. I'm guessing I'll never have to do that ever again. Mullets are attractive. Oh, look at John Stamos there. Oh, he had a very fluffy mullet. Speaking of John Stamos, we'll be talking about Bob Saget tonight a little bit. News on him. 7, mullets make you a superior athlete. And there you have it, Larry Bird right there. He's got a little stash too, you know. His hands are so big, he makes that basketball look like a ping pong ball. If I was holding one. If I was holding a ping pong ball, that is. So yeah, I think we should all have mullets in this world. That's why I'm growing one. I think you should too. Bosses have mullets. I'm not saying you have to have a mullet to watch Hoffcast, but it sure helps. It makes it a better experience. Let me get to the chat real quick, see what you guys have to say here. Nick says that's much more wholesome than the SAG. But yeah, I'll get into that here. We'll get into that here on the show. Good old Bobby SAG. I guess it's good because no one cares about the decrepit hitter. Yeah, I know. I know, right? I know. We'll get into that. He says, I don't care what someone believes as long as what's in their heart is good. Same here, man. Same. That's what I want to bring to Hoffcast. That's why I say everyone's welcome. I'm not against, like, I might make fun of some people or whatever on occasion, but it's in good heart and good light, and everyone's welcome here. I really don't have anything inherently against anyone I haven't met personally. That's the way I feel about people. If I don't care who you are, where you come from, if I haven't met you personally, I'm not going to judge you until I kind of get to know you a little bit. And that's just the way Hoff rolls here. Fair. I think it's a fair thing to do rather than just see someone judge a book by its cover, because I've been wrong. Most of the time I'm right, but I've been wrong before, and I don't like being wrong. I don't like being wrong. Rusty's TV and Car Museum says the new word for mullet down south is the flow. Well, that's also a hockey term. You know, you got good flow. You know, when you're skating on the ice and you got the wind going through your sails. Yeah, it's also a hockey term, so I'm glad it's reaching its way down to the south. Nick says, beard keeps the front warm. I don't know how I used to survive without a beard. Unfortunately for Hoff here, he can grow the old, Fu Manchu or whatever this is. Go, but I got not much going on here. It grows, but it ain't much. It ain't like it is here. It ain't. I don't know what's going on with that. Genetics, heritage. I don't know. If I could grow a beard, I would. Though. I want to be able to get buying all those oils and whatnot for him. You see people buying. Tarot Tuber Chrissy. Good to see you here. I was just promoting the show, if you weren't here a little bit ago, that we're going to have on Thursday. I'm very excited for. Very, very excited for. She says, bald fade mullets are huge right now. And I guess you did see it. Sorry, I didn't read the comment before I read it. I need to do that more often before I actually get into reading comments, because sometimes they say crazy things like predator. Yeah, very excited for Thursday. It's going to be a good time. Very good time. Like I said, we're going to talk about all kinds of things and hopefully have those tarot card readings. It'll be fun. Soft likes to branch out on occasion, you know. I don't like to just I don't like to stick to my own guns all the time. What fun is that? You can't learn nothing if you're just, you know, you don't learn anything from anyone else. You don't talk, have conversation. So good vibes going on here at Hoffcast tonight. Let's watch a couple more, maybe some couple funny videos. So let's see. I'm looking for a certain one that I thought was pretty funny. Where's that bad boy? So if you all knew yesterday, I guess if you're in a relationship, you might have known that yesterday was Valentine's Day. And if you were single, then you definitely knew that yesterday was Valentine's Day. So I wanted to watch this video that I saw. It says, Lonely Much. Super tough guys destroy a bunch of stuffed animals. Honestly, I think this is hilarious. Let's watch this video. It's in a Walmart. What the? Oh! Elbow drop.
Fuck Valentine's Day. Out of here. Fuck Valentine's Day.
I want to watch that one more time. First of all, I want to say I don't condone this behavior. Second of all, I don't know how these customers are just okay with this. They're just, well, we just goes in swing haymakers. It kind of looks like fun. Like, I wouldn't want to destroy property or nothing like that. Go in a store and do anything like this. But if I had the opportunity to do it without hurting anyone else,
Valentine's Day.
Man, they said they got to hang out with each other on Valentine's Day.
Fuck Valentine's Day.
The way his voice is so weak when he screams, fuck Valentine's Day. Wow. So yeah, I definitely walk the other way if I was seeing that going on around there. Like I said, it does look kind of like fun though. You just want to go swing on a bunch of stuffed animals. It kind of looks like fun. Wouldn't do it. Don't condone it. Just saying, they probably got a lot of anger out of themselves doing that. Maybe they went home, they counted to 10 and breathed and felt better. I don't know. We all got our vices. Some people like to go destroy stuffed animals. So what we got here, we got this angry German in a wheelchair and undies, and he goes crazy over some kids skating around. I think they're scootering. I hate to make fun of this poor man, but he kind of brings it on himself.
Was willst du von mir? Ja?
Whoa!
Was wollen Sie?
It's got a very hip something, yeah, vibe.
Was machst du da, ja? Bist du behindert? Ich werde dich totschlagen, du Arsch!
I probably just said something in German. I didn't know what I said. It was probably really offensive. Just laughing at him. Dude, oh man, like at least like put a gown on or some shit. I don't know. No, I don't want to go to Germany. I'm pretty German myself, but I don't want to go to Germany, man. It looks crazy. People like that riding around. So let's get to this video here. This one is kind of disgusting. That's why I wanted to get it out of the way. Just get this one out of the way. This is New York City, of course, New York City. Middle school teachers force kids to perform a pro-jab song that looks like it was sponsored by Big Farm. This is very cringy. I'm just warning you right now. I mean, it's kind of disgusting what they're putting these kids up to. These kids don't even know. They're not old enough. They never lived in a time or was aware of a time where this stuff wasn't a usual thing of face diapers and jabs and whatnot. And they took a good song too, man. They took the safety dance to do it. I love that song. What is it? That sign say "Bye" from Moderna. They're all wearing the face diapers, and they're hardly out of their real diapers. It's freaking insane, dude. I don't know how much I can show that. I don't know if it's copyrighted. The safety dance. Oh, the kids, the parents are cheering on their kids. These are the sick people, man. I'm not gonna lie, these are sick people. The kids, I feel so bad for the kids, man. Oh, hopefully they don't have to endure all of the. Hopefully this doesn't scar them for the rest of their lives. All of this crap. I think it will. Honestly, I don't see how you could be raised like this, wearing face diapers and doing dances with signs that promote Big Farm as a child and grow up not knowing what's real and what's fake, because it's really kind of scary. They're already born into this kind of thing. The rest of their lives are going to be worse. They're not going to be able to decipher what's real and what's not because they grew up in what's fake. So, and basically being indoctrinated by the man, and the man right now is these kids' parents. It seems like. If you get your kid jabbed, in my opinion, that's abuse. Just in my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. So we got a long list. This one. Let's take a look at this. This is actually this is from Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from. That's why this article is so dumb. Or maybe it's true. I don't know. I'm not trying to spread any kind of myths or anything like that or diss. But this article says experts say white-tailed deer specifically could spread the Corv, putting people and animals at risk. Oh my gosh, we got another thing to worry about. We got to worry about white-tailed deer coming around us all the time, coughing in our faces, not social distancing. Deer, they just love to get right up in your face and just they're close talkers. They'll talk to you right here. We all know that about deer. They're not skittish at all. They don't run away. This is ridiculous. The fear-mongering is insane. New studies reveal that white-tailed deer could become a reservoir for the Corv. Researchers at the OSU found that the strains found in deer are similar to strains found in people. Dr. Andrew Bowman, go yourself. A vet at OSU led the research. He said white-tailed deer do not seem to show any clinical signs. There you go. No clinical signs of any infection. How the deer are contracting it remains a mystery. We should be terrified. We should all be terrified right now. At this point, we don't really know the deer are getting it from us. We don't know how the deer are getting it from us. Who's out there kissing deer? Who's out there kissing deer? You sick people. It says we have lots of speculation of whether it's direct transmission from an infected person who is in direct contact with a deer. That's what I'm saying. Ugh. Or potentially through indirect transmission. I don't know what that would be. I didn't want it to veer into this. That's weird. Dr. Bowman said deer could also contract Corv through the environment if the virus contaminates a deer's food or water sources. A lot of questions remain in Dr. Bowman's ongoing research. He's spending night and day looking at the deer, testing the deer, swabbing deer, taking the old swab, jamming it up the deer nose, and this one's positive too. Fuck. Maybe it's him. Maybe he's positive with the Corv and he's spreading it to all the deer, and he doesn't know it. That's my theory. Large population of deer in Ohio across the country contracting and spreading it to one another. How do they know? Are they out there testing all the deer? This is retarded. Excuse my language. This is stupid. If it said, he said, if we have an animal reservoir, then we have to track them. Oh, what's that sound like? Tracking? And look for the next and ultimately even the next plan coming from animals. Oh my gosh, this guy's got the breakthrough right now. Holy crap. This guy knows what's going on. He's got the next big news article here with these deer. Says, are deer a wildlife reservoir for the... If they are, then we need to understand how that happens. Well, man, I personally know that I came into contact with so many deer today. I'm a little worried. Maybe I should get tested too, because I was probably around like a group of like 7 deer. They're on the sidewalk. They didn't want to move out of the way, and so I didn't want to move either. There's a car coming by, so I just had to walk through these deer. They weren't wearing masks, obviously, and I better get tested. I better get tested. I think they're heading to Walgreens or something. Let's check the chat here. Chrissy says they love the Hoff in Germany. I'm not gonna lie. When I look at my analytics for my podcasts and my YouTubes, I do get like a percentage of German people. I guess it's just because of my name or something. That's true. That's true. So throw a schnitzel and distract him. Nick says, don't worry, I'll hunt the Bambis, and if all the Krunk disciples don't want them, I say more for me. Good on you, man. Get out there. Speaking of that, that reminds me of a video I should show next. Fifth, what's up, bro? What's up, my guy? He said they really want to stop Joe Rogan. He tried to help me out there, and I said it because what is the word? Dyslexic or something. He tried to help me out with that comment. I blew it. I appreciate your help there, Fifth. They really want to stop Roe Jogan from eating deer or elk. Shaking his head. Yeah, I don't know why. They got a real problem with that, with eating elk meat. Well, I guess most of them are like vegan, the ones who are attacking him, right? So Chrissy agrees, says, heaven forbid we provide our own meat. Exactly. He says, Fifth, they are stopping Jogan, they are scaring Simpson and not hunting. Who hunt will just see more opportunity. That's also true too, man. And speaking of that sort of thing, I got a great video right here for you. This is one I saw this weekend. This one is Ted Nugent, the Nuge. You want to talk about hunting? You want to talk about that kind of thing, firearms and whatnot. Let's talk about the Nuge here for a minute. This guy, first of all, I want to say I'm not like a huge fan of the Nuge. Great guitar player. The guy, he's kind of crazy. Even if I agree with him on a few things, I still think the guy's out there. And he apparently he doesn't do drugs or drink. Never has. He's just naturally just this crazy guy. And thank goodness he grew the beard and got rid of the pussy chin there, So let's watch this video of the Nuge.
Heroes of Vietnam were coming home, just a corrupt, immoral war. It wasn't even a war. I don't know what it was. But they would share with me their love of my standing up for gun ownership, the Second Amendment, constitutional rights in my rock and roll radio interviews. So all of a sudden, I'm surrounded by people much more educated than I am and much more worldly wise than I am, sharing their support and appreciation for me supporting the self-evident truth, God-given individual right to keep and bear arms. Because I always talk about it because I love guns and I love marksmanship and I love the discipline of tactical training. And so the military and law enforcement found their way to the Ted Nugent camp and they supported me. So I'm surrounded by people who pursued and achieved a situational awareness so that they're prepared for anything, to be a good father, a good husband, a good neighbor, a good American. And meanwhile, everybody else is getting stoned and drugged and drunk and stupid and comfortably numb, which is actually uncomfortably dumb. And they went from going against.
He gives me a Gary Busey
military
kind of
industrial
vibe
complex,
sometimes.
which I was clueless about in '68. And I did my draft physical, and I was in Oakland Community College, so I had a 1Y, which wasn't a deferment, but they were ending the draft. Thank God, of an immoral war. And I saw the hippies go from anger at abuse of authority, which I think was their first impetus, then becoming so comfortably numb that they didn't care about anything. And I'll give you a perfect example that historical evidence will drive home. The MC5, a Detroit band of supernatural musical powers.
Weird.
Tight,
Supernatural.
like James Brown, they're black heroes. They
Magical
groove,
powers.
rhythm,
Supernatural
and
magic.
and defiance.
Probably with a
Little
K.
Richard, fun, but defiance. Then they started getting stoned more and more, and their tight music got to be sloppy. And their revolutionary against Big Brother got soft, got misdirected and confusing.
Big Brother.
And I love the guys, great musicians, great men, but they fell for the lie of peer pressure. And my great hero guitar player,
The lie of peer pressure. Wow.
he went to prison because of his drug abuse. All of them drug abuse. We've lost so many of them. His name is Wayne Kramer, a great man. He's come back. But that is an example of where society went from.
Well, I mean, as long as we're on this subject, and I know I'm not going to get much more time with you. So how did the man that wrote Rocking in the Free World
Here we go.
become for censorship? Explain that one to me. Neil Young calling for censorship. Now he's kicked off of Spotify.
Number one, he's a Canadian, so he started at the back of the shit kicker line.
No.
And I love my Canadian friends. Look what they're doing right now. The truckers in Canada. That's the human instinct.
Yes.
That's the defiant middle finger celebration of autonomy and
Amen.
good over evil. So Canadians are great people, but some of them, like Americans and everybody else in the world, got so stoned that their brains got burnt. Have Ozzy form a sentence for you. And I love the man.
Jean,
But
burrito.
comfortably numb is uncomfortably dumb. And Neil Young's the poster child for that. I mean, rocking in the free world, but he wants to censor people. Hey, Neil, choose one. You can't do both, you dirt bag. He's just a sad, and I hope he's healthy and happy. But I think his brain is so burned, he doesn't know what happy is anymore. If he's rocking in the free world, then he wants to censor somebody who's bringing information from world-renowned virologists and epidemiologists and calling that misinformation, but he's going to quote Joe Biden as the decree of, are you kidding me? So all we can do is pray.
I mean, we're all trying to figure this out. So I thought maybe you would know.
I do know. When you do that much mind-destroying chemicals upon yourself, your brain is burnt and you struggle to find logic, truth, and common sense. Neil Young has no common sense. He's out of his mind. And all you can do is pray for him and ignore his stupidity. That's what I do.
He's out of his mind.
Anything else you wanted to share? I know you have to get on stage.
No, go nuts. Truth, logic, and common sense turns me on. I'm addicted to freedom.
It's always entertaining, you know, always entertaining. Good old Ted Nuge. I want to say, hey, thank you all so much for the support. I'm seeing a lot of likes here. If you haven't liked it, please do. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and like the show. It really helps me out. Hoffcast does it for free. I work hard for you all week, try to bring you an entertaining time. I really do. Let me get to the chat again. My dog's over there looking for attention. I love that dog. LaSween Machine, what's up, bro? You got the deer going there. Nick says Nuge's album Call of the Wild is really great. I'll check that out for sure, man. On Spotify. If it's on there. Nick says I have a Kodiak Bear Magnum bow. Whoa. Probably maybe take out like an elephant with that thing. And Chrissy says Canada. Yeah, I'm a fan of Canada. Like I've said before, I love hockey. My favorite band's Canadian, Rush. But they, I love Trailer Park Boys. A lot of good Canadian podcasts and whatnot. But A lot of good Canadian people. I've met Canadian people. They're super nice. I'm really pulling for Canada. It just seems like a lot of things are revolving around Canada right now. Like you hear so many news stories revolving around Canada. It's crazy. It's like it's all hitting there at once. So almost like, oh, well, we almost forgot about the U.S. We're so focused on Canada right now a little bit, you know. Hopefully they don't try to slide something under the rug, you know. Put one past the goalie, as they say. You know, let's keep on our guard here, because every distraction is a distraction from something. You know what I mean? And we don't want to find out what the distraction was keeping us away from the real truth until it's too late. That's why we try to get ahead of the game, but it's kind of hard to sometimes when you're on the other end. You're not making the plans, but that's why we're here. That's why we're doing Hoffcast. That's why we do Hoffcast. Like I said, I'm not always right about everything. I admit it. I'm not, and I share my opinions. I share what I find. The fact that you guys want to find out what's going on too, that makes me feel more hope for humanity, to be honest with you, because I don't want to feel like I'm the only one out here trying to figure out what's going on. I don't. I'll share my opinions, and once again, you don't have to agree with my opinions, but we can talk about it. I don't want to fight about it. That's what I want to bring to Hoffcast, a nice peaceful location where we can all just come talk, have conversation. Chrissy says, I always thought Canadians were supposedly the pusses, but they put America to shame. Yeah, they're standing up. They're standing up hard. I think America is, even though we're called the United States, I think we're a little disjointed at the moment, especially when, I mean, so you look at the two sides of it. I guess like Canada, they're basically one, which I don't know this for sure. I'm telling you what I've heard. The law basically dictates the land in Canada. So the law happens, it's all over. Where in the United States, the different states can, for the most part, kind of govern themselves. And that's where you see the disconnect, I think, a little bit more, where they both have their advantages and disadvantages. I would like to see the United States be more united again. But it's hard because when you hear people talking about, hey, we might, you know, we're split up. We're gonna split up the United States again, become different, you know, areas, or you know, we're gonna have red and blue areas instead of different states combined with all people who can agree and talk about things and solve problems. They'd rather like segregate things or separate, you know, secede. That's the word I was looking for. You know, some states want to secede, and I don't want that to happen. I want country to be united. I want us to be able to stand up. I want people to learn and grow and understand the things that are going on, but there's so many distractions happening that it's absolutely insane. We got to keep on our toes, bosses. We got to keep on our toes. Nick says, unfortunately, his bow is only 45 pounds, only good for deer and small game. That's no. Well, I mean, I don't know shit about bows. I'm gonna be honest with you there too. But when you say you have a bow called the Kodiak Bear Magnum bow, I'm thinking that thing's like Rocky, or not Rambo style. You know, wrong Sly Stallone movie. You got to have the headband on, no shirt if you're using a bow like that. Barb says, "Hey, how you doing tonight, Barb? Good to see you here. Glad you're here. Hope you're having a good time, and I hope you're having a good evening." Nick says, Mel Gibson and Kanye 2024. I just saw this video. I didn't bring it up for tonight, but I saw a video of Mel Gibson like putting air in one of his tires, and this guy just comes up and starts filming, and Mel Gibson handles it pretty well, actually. He seemed like the guy would be really annoying, but and you know, Mel Gibson, he's been known to go on some tirades before, if you remember those phone calls and whatnot. So he knows anytime he's being filmed in this day and age that he's got to keep his cool. And I applaud him for that. Unlike Alec Baldwin over here. Trumpy Bear says some of us in the United States stood up January. The number after 5. I agree. There were some bad apples in there. I'm not even talking about the people who were actually protesting. I'm talking about what they called their the people, the moles. There are moles in there, man. They're moles. They were definitely paid people to go in that crowd and do things. But, you know, when it comes to things like that, what happened in January last year and what's happening in Canada right now with the truckers, you know, all the things that are mainly peaceful, those are the terrorists. Those are the people that we need to go against, that, you know, they're causing all the problems. It wasn't BLM or Antifa last year burning down buildings, looting, rioting, killing people. And, you know, it was mostly peaceful. We talked about that last week kind of with Cuomo saying, yeah, who said protests had to be peaceful? And the ramen noodle guy said, well, it's right there in the First Amendment. But the real enemy is the enemy of the state, not the enemy with not the enemy with the state. You know what I'm saying? So real people right now, real good-hearted American hardworking people, even you don't even have to be American or hard worker. You could just be level-headed. If you see what's going on right now, you see what's going on right now. And we're starting to see the tables turn a little bit, at least hopefully in Canada. But I don't know. We got the banks freezing up and stuff. Trudeau's freezing the banks, which I'll talk about more about that later. We're seeing a lot of crazy stuff. Chrissy says, are you north, south, east, west in the U.S.? We can't secede. Sounds good on paper, but last things we want to happen. Absolutely. So let's get to another article here. Thanks to all you bosses. I appreciate y'all being out tonight. You good peeps. I don't know if I've ever used the word peeps in my life. So let's try to keep this on track here, I guess. Yeah, like so we see in this article, New York Post, Canada's Trudeau invokes emergency powers to quell trucker Corv protests. Emergency powers. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys ever watched Star Wars. And I know the prequels weren't good. The ones that came out in like 99 through 2005 or something. But if you haven't seen them, or if you don't remember, Chancellor Palpatine was granted emergency powers in this time during all this madness in the Star Wars universe. And he said he would give them back. And he said he didn't want them, but he'd give them back as soon as he could. And he didn't want to use them. And then we all know how that turned out. If you watch Star Wars, he became the Emperor. And he never gave any of them powers back until they had to go out and take him down themselves. And it was a big war. So it's kind of an allegory for what's going on right now, in my opinion. We're seeing emergency powers to, yeah. And when's Order 66 coming? I think it's already here. This is Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau invoked emergency powers Monday to quell the protests by truck drivers and others who have paralyzed Ottawa and blocked border crossings in anger over the country's restrictions. In invoking Canada's Emergency Act, which gives the federal government broad powers to restore order, Trudeau ruled out using the military. That's insane. I thought he was planning on kind of using the military. Maybe I heard wrong. His government instead threatened to tow away vehicles to keep essential services running, freeze truckers' personal and corporate bank accounts, and take further action to strike at their livelihoods and the sources of their financial support. Wow. This guy really is Castro's grandson. There's no doubt about it. Consider yourselves warned. Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland said, if your truck is used in these blockades, your corporate accounts will be frozen. The insurance on your vehicle will be suspended. Send your rigs home. Holy moly, dude. This is like, we thought we had the illusion of freedom before all this happened. We had the illusion. We had the thought in the back of our heads where it's like, yeah, if something really goes wrong, we're all going to just rise up and take over. And that's what people are trying to do. And look what they're doing back at them. Oh my gosh. They don't even, it's insane. It's like they're playing on the same level as people like us. You know, it's sad in one realm. You know, it's kind of sad that they have to go to these links and they're really showing what kind of lizard people they really are. But it's just crazy that I think that maybe we took maybe we took freedom for granted for a long time until now. Maybe this is a very good thing that's happening, and we just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet. Maybe good things are going to come from this. Hopefully freedom, more freedoms, less restrictions. That's what I'm hoping, because I'm with these people all the way, and I don't believe a dang word the freaking MSM say, the mainstream media say about any of these people, because they're liars. Damn liars, man. Think about it. If you hadn't even, if media didn't exist, say like TV or internet, would you even know there was a freaking thing going, like a bug going on right now? Probably wouldn't. Not enough people passing to know that, you know. Not enough people, in my opinion. Now look at this. As I was saying just a little bit ago about Star Wars, I was completely right. I didn't even read this whole article. This next sentence here says, Trudeau gave assurances the emergency measures will be time-limited, geographically targeted, as well as reasonable and proportionate to the threats they are meant to address. That's straight up Emperor Palpatine all the way right there. That's just what I was saying, literally. They're just temporary. I'll give them back. I don't want to share that. I just want to read the article. Now I can't read it. Okay, here we go. These blockades are illegal, and if you are this is Trudeau. These blockades are illegal, and if you are participating, the time to go home is now. That's a threat. That's a threat, baby. The Prime Minister declared after meeting virtually with leaders. For more than 2 weeks, hundreds and sometimes thousands of protesters and trucks and other vehicles have clogged the streets of Ottawa, the capital, and besieged Parliament Hill, railing against jab mandates for truckers and other precautions, condemning Trudeau's Liberal government. I don't even think it's so much Liberals anymore. I think that whole side, and maybe the other side too, most likely, are just owned from like way up there. I don't even know if Trudeau believes half the crap he's reading every day. I mean, I think he does because he's in that position, but I kind of hold out hope for humanity that there's maybe a person in there, and every time he reads one of these lies or issues one of these things or takes money from people, that he's still a person in the back of his head saying, damn, I wish I didn't have to do this. Same with Jen Nutsacky. Every time she goes out there and tells some lies, I'm hoping there's still a human somewhere in that head, even though the wallet's fat, you know, hopefully there's still a human back there saying, hey, what you're doing's wrong. What you're doing's wrong. Have a conscience, you know. Do something. I don't know. I guess money talks, you know. Money talks. So this is the biggest, greatest, most severe test Trudeau has faced. Invoking the Emergencies Act would allow the government to declare the Ottawa protest illegal and clear it out by such means as towing vehicles. They've already done everything else. Why not, you know? Tamara Litch said, there are no threats that will frighten us. We will hold the line. Good on you. Look at that. Look at them flags. Apparently now the Canadian flag is like a Nazi flag. I didn't know that. I don't know. I guess I see the world different than a lot of these people. It's just a shame. It says we want only one thing to finish with this lockdown and these restrictions. Here we go. Doug Ford. I was wanting to bring up Doug Ford so bad tonight. You know what? If you watched last week's Hoffcast, I was talking about Canadian legend, Mayor of Toronto, Rob Ford. And the man was straight up buffoon. He was an idiot. He was a crackhead. He's dead now. Like Bill Gates says, well, he's dead now. Smoked too much crack. You know, he was Chris Farley of Canada, basically, Canadian Chris Farley. And I was going on about him last Tuesday, and like the next day or two, I start seeing all this stuff about Doug Ford. I'm like, there's no way It has to be the same guy because I saw a picture of them. And they look almost identical. Yeah, they're brothers, Doug Ford and Rob Ford. Doug Ford's also a big guy in Canada. And apparently he's doing a bunch of dumb crap right now as well. I hate when the share selection thing comes up. Doug Ford, the Conservative Premier of Ontario, he's not that conservative, which is Canada's most populous province and includes Ottawa and Windsor, indicated support for the emergency actions. He indicated support for it before the meeting with Trudeau, saying, we need law and order. Our country is at risk now. Just when you think the Rob Ford family couldn't be any more disappointing, you see Doug Ford. Disappointed would not help social climate. There's a lot of pressure. I think we have to be careful, Quebec Premier Francois Legault said. It wouldn't help for the polarization. The protests have drawn support from right-wing extremists. Come on. I mean, there are some, but it's not a lot of whenever they say radicals or extremists, when it comes to a lot of people in the world, it's two sides of the spectrum. They're not, in my opinion, not very big. They're loud. They're both very loud, but they're not very big portions, but they're the loudest. And that's what makes everything seem like they got the majority of the say, I guess, is because they're the most annoying. And that's on either side. The protests have drawn support and have been cheered on by the U.S. Fox News and Donald Trump. Other conservatives push Trudeau to simply drop the mandates. That's all they want. That's all they want, man. Lawmaker Pierre Poilievre, I almost got it. He's got protests right around the country, and now he's dropping in the polls, desperately trying to save his political career. The solution is staring him in the face. I've heard a lot of Canadians say that they don't even like Trudeau. Like, no one there likes him. No one likes this guy. They don't know how he keeps getting in office. They don't have, I guess, Dominion machines up in Canada, but there's some kind of other way that they're kind of getting them in, allegedly. But yeah, he's free. This guy, dude, this guy's the devil. This guy's evil. I hope he gets what's coming to him. I really do. I can't believe he's either so owned or he's so blind. I don't know. Or just removed from society. I don't know what this man's problem is. I really don't. Shane, what's up, my guy? How you doing tonight, bro? How are you doing? Barb says good evening to you as well. Shane says, nah, man, they deserve to have their lives ruined now. Trudeau is a fucking pansy. Yeah, he is. Especially when he showed his cowardice by testing himself like 28 times in 2 days to see if he could get a positive response so he could dip out of the whole trucker situation. Yeah, he's got no backbone. He's a jellyfish. Spineless. Chrissy says he's totally been groomed. I'm not talking just about his hair. All right, yeah, I agree with that. He's definitely being told what to do. He was kind of born into it though, right? Like you think about Castro. It's in his blood, his Cuban blood. Nothing wrong with Cubans. Just Castro. Okay, so it says also on Monday, Ontario's premier announced that on March 1st, the province will lift its requirement that the people show proof of vaccination. To get into restaurants, double. They typed it twice. Good article. Restaurants, gyms, and sporting events. The surge of cases caused by the Omicron has crested in Canada. So I guess they kind of can still make their own kind of rules there. Maybe I was wrong about the whole thing, but that's kind of what I thought about the difference between like Canada and U.S. is like a lot of things. Like in Canada, it's like a law of the land. In U.S., they kind of make their own rules, even though we all know that's BS. Let's be honest here. It says it's stressful. I feel angry at what's happening. This isn't Canada. This does not represent us. Colleen Sinclair, a counter protester who lives in Ottawa, which is the exact opposite of what Trudeau said when he said, I feel angry at what's happening. This isn't Canada. This does not represent us. Which, I mean, he said the same thing, but he was saying it from the opposite side, I guess is what I meant by that. Yeah, that's it. I don't know how you could trust. I don't know how you can trust a politician over the will of the people. I just don't. Some people are just, I guess, really misled. I don't know. God bless their souls. I hope they find the right path eventually. That's why I do Hoffcast. That's why I welcome everyone here. Because if I can help anyone to just get away from this whole control that's going on, then I think I'm helping a little bit, maybe. If one person in my life says, hey, Hoff, if I hadn't watched your show, I would have got that 17th boost. You know. Just one person, and my job's done. Shane says, if you think a truck driver standing up for not wanting to have a mandate is a terrorist, then you heard what's wrong with the world. Absolutely, 100%, 100%, 110%. Let's see what else we got when it comes to articles. I want to kind of keep on this. I want to go through this whole thing. We're getting into the deep stuff. Oh, yeah, speaking of Doug Ford, I want to share this one. Hopefully this one doesn't get me in trouble. Canadian cop calls out Fat Doug Ford and Trudeau. That's a good one. It's pretty amazing. And this guy, I think there's a couple things he might get me in trouble. I might have to skip through some of this.
What? For a peaceful protest? This is bullshit. Oh, hang on. I know why. Because of Ford and GM's breathing down his fucking neck. Because of freaking can't get their goddamn... See, you want to know what a state of emergency was? When Black Lives Matter in fucking Minneapolis fucking burned half the fucking city down. That would have been a state of emergency. Looting, murder, friggin' blowing up buildings, tearing up cars, flipping them over, riots. And they never called it a state of emergency. And you're calling this a state of emergency? Oh, I know why. Because you're not making any goddamn money. That's what it comes down to. You're not making any money. You still got your little business on the side and making your little sticky notes put on the friggin' floors and a little plexiglass going around. And you got Mr. Trudeau there, friggin' what? Let's say Mr. Trudeau out there, friggin' what's he doing?
Mr.
He's out there making what, 30-40% on per shot. That's what they said. I don't know. Don't mark my words for that. As I don't know. I heard that. I don't know. I didn't look into it. So don't go freaking out on my page. I'm just tired of it. You know, I know 4 people that had the shots, and I think 3 of them are boosted too. So, and they got COVID. They got COVID. All right. Just like Trudeau got COVID. Yep. Me, I have not had a shot. I am not vaccinated. Just like the Ottawa police, they do not need to be vaccinated. It's up to them, their choice. Yeah, meanwhile, other companies are firing people. Nurses are getting kicked out. Doctors are leaving. And you're fucking crying it's a short staff. Like, Ford, what the fuck are you thinking, man? You got all this shit going down, and you're causing your own roadblocks. You know, this is what this is about. Forcing people for something that they don't want to do. It's their choice. That's what freaking freedom is about. Not what it's about now. This is you guys telling us what to do. You know what? This is for Big Red, Chris, and same with Rooster out there, brothers. You guys hold the line, man. Hold the line. You tell the guys out there at Windsor border, you tell them to hang on to it, man. Stay on that bridge until it falls in the goddamn river. Just hold it. This is bullshit. You guys have gone too far to let them go. And the Ottawa police, that's another thing. Like, oh, whatever. They're a bunch of friggin' government goons. The ones that are acting on the politicians' reactions. They're not for the people. They're not. I can't believe what they're doing.
Nah, I like that guy. The guy, he speaks the truth. He tells it how it is. I like his Canadian accent, too. I like a Canadian accent. It's friendly. The Swing Machine says, Lord Vader, the small fringe minority of rebel scum must be crushed. Set an example to all who oppose the Empire. It's my best Emperor Palpatine right there. Give me another 50 years, it'll be on point there. You thinking I say what's up? What's up, man? How you doing? You said this is Bane Bear. Yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, I still think that's a weird looking chicken in your avatar every time. I don't until I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Bane. That's Bane. He's got that big collar around his neck. I got a coat. I got a coat with a collar like that too. I love it. Real Cosmology, what's up, man? How are you doing tonight? Great show on Thursday. Love the show. Had such a great time. If you haven't checked out our show from Thursday, the Real Cosmology interview, check it out. It's on my it's in my channel. What a good time, especially when you get towards the end and I have Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and even John F. Kennedy on the show, thanks to Real Cosmology who made it happen. So it was a good time. Very good time. I love that stream so much, man. Great episode. I hope you're doing good. Cheers to you, bro. Nick says, doesn't matter what actually happened, the truckers will be blamed. Yes, you know that. That blame for shortages is what he says. Yeah, you know that's right. You know that's where it's heading. That's a very smart thing to say, definitely. I didn't even think about that, but that's a very good point to make. Shane says they probably will call this guy a terrorist. I'm sure too. Yeah, unfortunately for that level-headed, strong-willed, very logical man, yeah, I'm sure they think he's a terrorist. Anyone who would watch that who's against protest unless it's paid for. What else we got tonight? Let's see what we got going on. Probably keep going through some of this stuff since we're on the subject of it, I guess. Let me see what else I got on it, though. Thank you all for being here tonight. We got a big crowd going on. I appreciate you all here. Welcome all you bosses and cheers to y'all. I'm having a great time tonight. Hope you're having a good time too, you know. Here's a funny one. This is just a fun one, all right? This is Kyle Dunnigan. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy. His videos are pretty funny. He does like a deep fake kind of thing where he does Biden in like a deep fake, and it's really funny. Let me play this one.
The United States. I'm awake, my fellow geraniums. Our nation's in crisis. Joe Brogan has just said the N-word to Snooki Goldberg. No one's watching the Winter Limp Bizkits. And I've just been informed the Prime Minister of Canada, Jussie Trombone, has been killed by trucks. He'll be sorely missed. Not only was he the first black guy Pez minister, he was a great American. And also a great Muslim guy. Our farts and prayers go out to the... Not our farts. Look. There's these trucks. They transform. They turn into robots. Well, man, we gotta get these things running around, honking around, turning into people. But don't you worry, don't you fret. Uncle Joy is on the case. First, I sent Vice Principal Canola Hairlip to the planet of the truck people.
Canola Hairlip.
A dialogue with Optimus Prime. Second, I've asked Congress to increase my dosage of talkie pills. And finally, I've approved emergency funding to distribute free crack pipes to every man, woman, and transgender. To help us stay alert from the truck people.
Leaders of America, ladies and gentlemen.
Maple syrup for blood, man. Stupid bastard doesn't even know Wimpy Goldblums.
I shoot my show alone in my...
Yeah, check out Kyle Dunnigan. He does a bunch of videos like that. I thought that one was funny, though. These are the leaders of our Americas right now. Trudeau and Biden. You got Camel Toe Harris, and whatever you want to call her. You got these crazy people. AOC talking about Republicans are jealous of her boyfriend's feet. I'm going to stop it right there. Sorry for me to not laugh at that. It's very, very hard for me to not laugh at that. Mitz says, good evening. Good evening to you, Mitz. She said just stopping in real quick. We'll be back in a bit. Well, take your time. Hoffcast will be here for a while. We got a lot tonight. We got a lot going on. What a show we got going on. So where do we go? Let's see what else I got. Trying to keep on the same kind of thing here. So so when it comes to the mainstream media, I'm actually going to I kind of want to show this video, but I don't want to show like a ton of it because it's kind of a long video. But I thought this was very, very, very interesting. Fired 20-year-old global TV news director Anita Krishna speaks out on MSM bias. There's a freedom convoy. So, like I said, I'm not going to watch all this because it's like 12 minutes, but I'll watch a little bit of it, maybe skip through some of it. This lady's awesome.
Okay, hi. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, my God. Okay. Well, all you people here today, all of what you're seeing here, this is not going to happen tonight on the 6 o'clock news, is it? You will not see yourself. You will not see how patriotic and beautiful and how you're waving all the right flags that I can see. You will not see yourself on the news tonight. And do you know how I know that? It's because I directed the news for 20 fucking years over there.
Oh, mic drop. Yeah, she still got the mic.
And we were good people. Back in the day, we were good people. None of the people that I worked with are assholes. They're not. They're hardworking people. They do an excellent job at putting TV on the air. I don't know what the hell happened, though, in 2020. Everything changed.
Yeah, $600 million.
Yeah. And I think that the people there don't know that. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Maybe our bosses do. There's something going on. And the minute that I started to, I kept my mouth shut, right? For like, this is Anita. For most of 2020, because if you ever spoke up, you got into trouble, right? But as soon as I started to speak up, that's when I got suspended. And the reason that I got suspended is because I went to the rally with Mel Boucher.
Oh, wait, I gotta be cheer. Let's go.
Yeah. And when I look at all of you people and I see what's going on, I am sick to death that the news won't cover this and that they're going to cover this in the shittiest way. Yep. It is just ridiculous. But what's that? Criminal! Well, it is criminal because when we didn't tell you that there are medications that will save you if you get COVID, that is mainstream media misinformation.
You're right, two coming my way.
When we didn't
I should probably pause this one.
That,
hey, this woman, hey, YouTube, this woman's misinformation, all right? I can't show any more of her because she's misinformation. YouTube. Allegedly. All right, so wink, wink to all you bosses. Trying to save my ass right now. But that lady, if you go watch the whole video on BitChute, yeah, I showed the link for it. So check that one out. Because I don't think I can show that whole video. People getting annihilated left and right here on YouTube, so I got to be careful. I want to say hey to Hiveless. How you doing? How you doing, bud? Glad to see you all here tonight. We're having a good time. Real Cosmology said the woman does not look Canadian. Well, I mean, you could be anyone in Canada, just like in America. Barb says, is that Sarah Silverman? I hope not. Ugh. Don't mention her name again. I'm sorry. I start dry heaving. Scream my single like. Hive says, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you too. But I'll be doing an after party tonight. Don't worry. If you want to stop by, love to have you. Love to chat with you all. Real says, hey, Hoff, you're going to send me that stream. Yes, I've been thinking about it every day. I've kind of had a rough week. I'm not going to lie to you, Real cuz. I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz. Had a rough week. I haven't learned Telegram yet. But there's numerous ways to download YouTube videos. If you want to get the stream, you can just rip it straight from like my channel. Like you just copy and paste the link into one of those little engines, and then you can just download it right there, do whatever you want with it. But I gotta learn what Telegram is because I haven't used it yet, and as an old man, I'm a little reluctant to get into new technologies on occasion. So but I do plan on getting that to you, bud. I have thought of it. Cheers to you, Hive. Cheers to you. Let's see what else we got going on tonight. Bam, what a good night. Whoa. Daddy's feeling good. Daddy's in a good mood tonight. All right, so I think we're about through all of the Canada stuff, the Trudeau stuff. We'll start getting some other things, but I'll do a couple things that are relevant to it. This one, I don't know if I can read this out loud. It says, Fouchy, unmasked. Doc says, full-blown issue is almost over. Can you believe it? Can you believe this headline? Let me scroll back up. Can you believe that headline right there? That guy would say that. There's something going on. There's something going on here. It's very fishy. I don't trust this guy at all. So when he says something like this, it's sending off all my red flags and my spidey senses. And I don't like this one bit because I don't listen to a damn word this guy says. He can go take his own boosters, you know. So on the show, kids, heaven forbid. The U.S. is nearing the end of the full-blown, in quotations, phase of the issue that we have, and restrictions may soon no longer be necessary. Alleged Dr. Fauci said. Remember him back in the 80s? Did you see those videos talking about the AIDS? The White House chief medical advisor, 81. He's 81 years old. Holy crap, dude. I got to give him props. He looks all right for 81, man. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know that guy. I thought he was like 68 or something. I didn't know he's 81. I got to give Fauci props for drinking so much baby blood that he still looks like he's 67 instead of 81, allegedly. Said all pandemic-related protocols, including mandatory face diapers in some settings, could end soon, in quotations, once again. As we get out of he says, as we get out of the full-blown phase, which we are certainly heading out of, these decisions, that's all dictated by them. That's me talking. Back to false. These decisions will increasingly be made on a local level rather than centrally decided or ruled. He also said there will also be more people making their own decisions on how they want to deal with it. Though he didn't give a specific timeline, of course, they never would. It would be weird if they did for lifting it. Fauci said it was likely to be possible sometime this year. Yeah. But the White House briefing Wednesday, which he attended, the CDC and alleged Dr. Walensky. I hate this woman so much. I'm not gonna lie. I rarely hate people. I hate that Walensky woman. Warned Americans not to get ahead of themselves. And yeah, don't get too hopeful yet. It ain't over. It seems like it's over, but don't you dare get hopeful yet, because we're gonna keep taking and milking as much as we can from you until we say it's over. It's not over till we say it's over, bitches. That's what these people say. It's over. It's over. We know it. We all know it. But they're like, no, we're gonna keep milking that tit, baby. We're not gonna let go. Ain't never letting go of that thing. We're gonna keep selling our jibs. She says our hospitalizations are. I can't even read this because I'll get in trouble. But you guys know what kind of bullshit this is. And the guy's not wearing anything on his face right there. So he's literally like an evil, like a mad scientist, even though I don't think he knows shit about science, because I could have said all the same shit that this guy has said over the past 2 years and been just as wrong. I could have made all the same stuff up as this guy or whoever's made it up to tell him to say it because he's an alleged doctor, you know. Could have done it. I could have been him. It's just the fact that I'm not 81 years old like this guy. Man, that adrenal is really that chrome's really helping him out. That's for sure, huh? He still got his hair, his real hair. New and I can see I can't read most of this. You see the article if you want to read it, you can, but a lot of these things I can't read on Hoffcast. Like I said, I'm trying to watch my back here. A lot of people getting taken out. I want to make this last as long as I can because I have such a good time doing this. I have so much fun. I look forward to Tuesdays more than you all know. Because I have so much fun just chatting with you all and talking about these things, going over the craziness of the world. It's a good time. Good time for me. Hopefully it's a good time for all. Cheers to you bosses. Let me get to the chat here before we get to the next thing. Real says, ever since you made me pay to watch videos and movies, those websites don't exist. Or made pay to watch videos and movies, those websites don't exist anymore as far as that's crazy, right? Like when they brought their own like not their own movies, but movies into their own platform, that was weird. That was weird. Also, when celebrities started making YouTube channels, it got really weird. I like Jack Black's YouTube channel. It was pretty funny. I haven't watched it in probably like over a year, but it was good when it first came out. It's entertaining. I still don't know if Jack Black is Illuminate confirmed or not. I have my suspicions. He hangs out with Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters are here. And they're the Foo Fighters, they're doing stuff like they did a Metaverse concert after the Super Bowl on Sunday. And then they got this movie coming out, I think this month, called Studio 666, where they go to this like old house in the woods to record an album, and then they all get possessed and kill each other. Allegedly, that's what the plot is. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but it's just weird that how, you know, Dave Grohl's played like Satan twice in Tenacious D, and you got, it's just weird. The Pick of Destiny, I was reading, is like some kind of like an actual occult symbol of like a jade stone or something like that. I have to get back to you on that. I have to do a deeper dive, but it was like all a big allegory for this occult symbolism, the movie The Pick of Destiny, which probably you haven't seen because nobody saw it, but just figured I'd clue you in on that little tidbit, little Hoff tidbit there for you. Barb says maybe because the VED will start testing pause for HIV so you can go back to peddling. Yes, that's the point I was making. That's exactly the point I was making. Exactly, for sure. It's weird how, you know, I guess old habits die hard, right, Falsey? Old habits die hard. I've said he needs him some chrome. Well, good luck, bud. You gotta get it. You gotta get into the club. I don't know how you do that. Trumpy Bear says 81 is young when you're an alien. Talking about Falsey. That could be true too. That could be true. Fifth says one seems legal and been around, other seems fake with added word of prevention out of nowhere. I'm not sure what that is exact reference to. I've been talking about a lot of stuff right now. My brain's jumbled, man, but I'm sure you're making a very valid point, and the chat probably knows exactly what you're talking about. Sometimes I get to the chat too late after I've already gone past something. I'm like, oh, this is in relation to something else, but my mind's on a new track. I gotta learn better how to, I guess, multitask my brain. I need a second brain. Bill says there are some YouTube originals. I'm guessing they say, yeah, they have to. They have to. There's no way they don't. Let's go back into some articles, maybe here. Here we go. Here we go. I almost forgot.
Oh, that's wonderful that you have a 2-year-old.
Well,
have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
And by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, you know, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon? Where's your home? I think we lost him.
Yeah.
I think we lost him. The streak stays alive, bosses. The streak stays alive. Showed it every stream as long as he's still in office. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's take a look at this crazy lady here. This video is viral, so you might have already seen it. But this lady, this is hilarious. Absolute nut job, liberal biatch crashes into freedom protesters' car in Australia, and Australia is dealing with a lot of crazy stuff as well, unfortunately. And I love Australians. I've said that before. They're funny people. They have a great sense of humor. It's like a mix between the dry British comedy and kind of American humor, so that's why I like them. Yeah, just watch this video. Okay, I'll read the description a little bit. That way I can set it up, because this one is kind of random if you don't get it set up. It says, before Chantel Jasmine Fox, she posted to a social media how she parked her car on top of an anti-jab person and laughed it off. She has not been charged and probably won't be. Well, what a shame. Go figure. This is just Wild West here going on in the world, right? Freedom protester in Canberra has filmed an act of road rage as a local driver runs into their car and shouts abuse through her window. 2 vehicles were parked at the set of traffic lights when, after a small incident, the protester got out of their car to ask the woman behind her for a license, as a standard practice after an accident. And then I'm not going to read the just watch it from there.
What are you doing?
You fucking bogan slut. Get the fuck out of Canberra. Go get a job and find something better to do with your
What have
fucking
you done?
time. What have you done?
Can I
you
please
reversed
have
into
your
me.
license?
Honey, you just reversed into me. I have a
I'm sorry, we're at a traffic light and
you
you
can say whatever you want, and you can put whatever
Who is
you want
really
to
at
me,
fault?
The media doesn't care about you.
I'm not talking to the media.
I'm guessing the lady's going crazy right now. Oh, here we go.
What's that? What are you looking for?
She got to say more.
Don't you worry.
It's like an evil villain. They can't shut up before they get killed.
Did you see that?
Maniac.
Yeah. So get the fuck out of Canberra.
That's their downfall. They can't just shut up and get out of there and do their job.
Oh!
Bang bong!
Oh, I'm so sorry, Emma. I'm so sorry. You idiot. You are
You got a Valentine truck? Are you shut up about
How embarrassing. Wow, how embarrassing. We've seen this happen a few times before. You get these crazy, for lack of a better word, Karens, you know, driving, getting a road rage, and then completely coming off as they're the victim, and then they do something stupid afterwards to just confirm that they're not the victims. So yeah, that happened. That happened, man, and you got to watch out for these crazy Karens out there. For lack of a better word, I don't even like that word. It's a dumb thing. It's like it got overtaken, it got, you know, twisted around. It doesn't mean the same thing it used to mean. So I think we've got through most of that kind of stuff here. Let's get into let's take a look at. Okay, no, this one's good. Okay, I have to get to this one. I have to get to this one. Share the website. I'm trying, bosses. There we go. I had to refresh. So this one, Heather McDonald. Have you heard of this comedian here who was bragging about having the jab? You know, well, she was doing a stand-up comedy routine, and then like an act of God. And I'm not saying this is a good thing at all. I'm just saying when you watch the video, you'll understand what I'm saying when it seems like an act of God, because she seems to tempt the Lord about things. So yeah, Heather McDonald shares video of the moment she collapsed, fractured her skull. She shared the scary footage. It's a terrible website. The moment she collapsed on stage, fractured her skull. The former Chelsea Lately comedian, fuck all that, 51, had been doing stand-up bit about how she successfully managed to avoid contracting the illness when she fainted in front of the audience in Arizona. She said clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously, so nice, so nice. Right before she passed out. Let's watch the video here.
When you faint on stage after you brag about being vaccinated.
I don't care, but I want you to know, double vaxxed, booster, flu shot, and I'm going to be honest, I have the shingle shot too. And I still get my period. What? Yes!
Typical female comedy right there.
Traveled.
No offense to females.
Went to Mexico twice.
You be more creative.
Did shows, meet and greets. Never got COVID. Clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously. So nice. So nice.
Oh, somebody once told me the world.
Yeah, there she is. That was her there at the end wearing sunglasses. Who knows? Her eyes are probably like, I don't know, bloodshot from hitting her head. It's another one of those ironic things when you brag and then you taunt the Lord. It's kind of, it was almost, the timing was just, I would say, too perfect. God bless this lady, but the timing just seemed way too perfect. And who knows, it could have been fake, but she didn't seem to even attempt to catch herself when she went down, and she's wearing sunglasses in that video afterwards. Her eyes probably bugged out of her skull. I don't want to get, okay, let's go through this real quick. Real Cosmology says women should not drive. Barb says women should not do stand-up. Shane says a lot of men shouldn't be driving either. Well, let me say, there's people who are bad at all things, who are of all kinds of ethnicities, genders, and colors. That's for sure. Stereotypes do prevail on occasion. That's just facts. Nick said her head slammed the ground too great for it to be. Yeah, that's what I thought about it too. She looked like that woman who, remember when the jab first came out, and there was that woman who was like a nurse, and she was like one of the first people to get it. They give it to her, and then like she's like, I'm good, and all of a sudden she just faints and passes out right on the TV, and I was like, they had to cover that up big time. And I think that woman is not with us anymore. Because from what I heard, I tried to look it up once, and from what I saw, that lady is no longer with us. God bless her soul. It said she saw something before she went down. Well, I was watching an interview with that comedian lady there, and she said that as soon as she got on stage, she already felt like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this next hour of comedy, because she was already feeling kind of woozy or whatever. And I guess that was the last straw there. What do we got going on here? Let's speaking of something like, yeah, stuff like that, let's go into, take a look at Bob Saget. We got an update on Bob Saget's death, and I always thought there was something a little fishy about it. You know, he looked way healthier than Fouchy. You know, Fouchy there. It says Bob Saget's head injury was so severe, it was like a baseball bat to the head, or falling from 20 or 30 feet. Wow. What, I mean, he was kind of, I know there was a video like 3 weeks before he passed where he was talking about getting a boost. And I'm not saying that was it, but I don't know if we'll ever know what really happened. This is very, very suspicious. This is a mystery in the making. We'll probably not know the answers to it. But it says the release of the autopsy report for actor and comedian Bob Saget has raised questions as to exactly what caused the 65-year-old to die suddenly. Saget suffered a significant blow to the head that fractured his skull and caused bleeding across his brain, according to the report revealed on Friday, although initial reports seem to indicate he had simply bumped his head. He just bumped it. Not like a baseball bat crushing it. And he didn't get Negan like The Walking Dead or nothing like that. Or just pass out and fall down some stairs like suddenly because he was walking up some stairs maybe. And then he got, you know, what this jab does allegedly to your heart. Like I was talking to my mom a couple weeks ago. True story. My mom said she was like putting some dishes away in her cabinet and she reached over her head and she got so dizzy she had to go to bed for 4 hours. And my mom is very, 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 she's double jab and boosted. So it seems to be happening a lot. You see the athletes collapsing. You see this happening. It's getting scary, in my opinion. It's getting real scary. Especially for me. I love my mom, dude. I don't want to see that happen. And they got so mad at me when I said I didn't want to get the jab. My whole family's like so mad at me because I was the only one who didn't want it. And they don't even want to bring it up anymore because they know I can just spout so much information at them. They have no way to win the argument. And they're kind of probably a little bitter about it. But I hope they do well because it's sad to see the ones you love manipulated by lies and by the man, you know. Said specifically, back to Bob Saget, specifically last week, Saget's family released a statement that he had died from a brain bleed after hitting his head. They don't say how he hit his head. Just like they don't say how Chris Cornell hung himself. They indicated he went to sleep without knowing the severity of his injury and was found dead by hotel staff. I believe all that might be true, but I think he fell down some stairs or something. And then he just tried to go to bed because he was so disoriented. And I don't know. That's my theory. That's my theory. This is Hoff's theory. I'm not saying that's true whatsoever. Not one bit. That's just what I thought of. As you saw that woman pass out there a minute ago, that comedian. If it happens to someone else, another comedian, Bob Saget, I'm just saying it's happening. It's scary. This Dr. Gavin Britt says this is significant trauma. This is something I find with someone with a baseball bat to the head or who has fallen from 20 or 30 feet. That's why I was saying like it might be stairs or something because that kind of a range. But you'd think he'd have other bruises on his body if he fell downstairs, maybe. I don't know. We're not getting all the facts here. It's a mystery. Dr. Jeff says, I doubt he was lucid and doubt he thought, I'm just going to sleep this off. He also says it's like an egg cracking. You hit it in one spot and it can crack from the back to the front. Ugh, that's gross. That's disturbing to think about. It's very disturbing. Someone else said this is really odd. Makes you wonder about the thoroughness of the original investigation of the scene. Exactly. Right there. Right there. It makes you wonder about the thoroughness of the original investigation. I don't know if it was a setup or if he had heart problems or if he just tripped and fell. But it seems very fishy, especially that we're not getting a lot of info on it. Megan Ranney said, this is not a slip and fall. This is not a minor concussion. This is major head trauma. P.S. This doesn't mean it was intentional trauma, but this is more than just I whacked my head on the kitchen cabinet. There's no alcohol or illegal drugs in his system at the time of his death. There might have been legal drugs in there, according to the CDC. Although there was clonazepam, Klonopin, and benzodiazepine in his system. The drug is used to treat panic attacks and prevent seizures. Maybe he had a seizure. Test results also showed signs of trazodone and antidepressant. Dang, so he's on all kinds of meds there, though. That probably might have had something to do with it as well, as long as these gene therapies just keep getting injected into people. So, in the chat, what do you think? What do you think, chat? How did Bob Saget die? How'd he go? I want to know what you think, because I'm on the fence about this. I'm not gonna lie. Not enough information, but it does seem very fishy to me. My theory would be he just fell down some stairs after having some issues with his heart or something, or with his medication, but I don't know. What else we got here? Dead air. Oh no. Oh no. Dead air. I can't be having that. This one was interesting. CNN is dying, and comparing Joe Rogan to January proves it. I didn't want to talk about Joe Rogan this week. I talk a lot about Joe Rogan. I don't want to talk about Ro Jogan. Done talking about Ro Jogan. But it seems that he is such a catalyst. I don't even care about Ro Jogan. I care about what he is basically a symbol for, according to the people who run these major news networks, who are very, very threatened by him. They seem scared because so many more people are watching him than any other kind of news. I think I missed a lot of chat here. Let me get to the chat real quick. Sorry. And then we'll get back to this one. Back to I'm gonna take this one down real quick here. There we go. He had his booster 8 days before his passing. Found it myself in plain sight. No one's discussing it. Just saying, yeah, that's crazy. Rest in peace, Mr. Saget. He felt the same way that lady comedian did. I think you're right. That's what I was thinking. I just don't know if he fell down some stairs that way or like off of something, then yeah, that would be way more of a head trauma. If he fell that same way and then he actually came to and got up, then yeah, that. Barb does not like Bob Saget. Fair enough. I've seen some of his jokes, but I'm not here to throw shade at the dead too much, you know. Nick says, see that you get the jab, and then you like that you got your baseball bat wounds on your skull. Shane says, Juicy Smollett and his MAGA crew pushed Bobby down some stairs. That's in the running for Joke of the Night. It is. I never announced that, by the way. I always say that all jokes are just in the running. Maybe one day I'll give an award. I just don't have any money. Real says the body has trouble purging the animal blood serum. It also adds spiritual symptoms because of the life spirit in the blood serum. Well, that's on another level, man. That's on a whole nother level. But I believe you. Nick says, I don't know. Saget seemed like a self-centered D-bag. I feel like he would complain whining to someone, I just go to bed. That's I mean, well, if you're bleeding out the back of your skull and you're disoriented, maybe you don't have the awareness to go and like complain to someone. Like maybe you just feel like, oh shit, I just need to lay down. Like I'm tired now. You know, like Brandon, like alleged President Brandon, he's tired. Trumpy Bear says, do you think if they find surveillance video of Bob falling, it will make it America's funniest home video? That's another one for Joke of the Night in the running right there, hands down. But, I mean, you think they'd have way more surveillance footage of other things that have happened in the world, like the incident last January? I guess not last month, but I guess 2021. And, the Pentagon, all kinds of things you'd think you'd have more surveillance footage that we never see. LaSween says the relatives, man, shit cuts deep, and Chester also passed. Yeah, Chester Bennington also passed under mysterious circumstance on Chris Cornell's birthday. July 20th. So that's a weird, that's a 1 year later on his birthday. That just seems too coincidental. That was a setup, in my opinion. There's no way he offed himself, Chester. There's no way. Allegedly, I've tried to look this up. I haven't found much information on it, but Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell were both like trying to fight human and child slave trafficking. I think they might have been getting too close to the truth, in my opinion. Not only that, but a lot of people think that Chester Bennington's dad is John Podesta, which would make a lot of sense. I don't know if that's true, but a lot of people think that. They kind of look similar. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat right now. Lisween said, was that flaming Saget? Killed with foul play, pushed in the trash, hit the curb and smush. I don't know. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. There was some I think there was foul play. Either that or he just passed out and hit his head. One or the other. Those are my two theories here. Real says, do you have lightning over there? Oh no, that's my TV. I'll turn it off for y'all. Sorry. Yeah, my TV's just flashing over there. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Sorry. Maybe it should look like there's lightning. Maybe that's cool. I got lightning on my shirt, you know, and might as well have lightning. Sween says nanotechnology has been declassified as allegedly DARPA's smart dust since 2004. Yeah, there's a. I want to show this video now that you mentioned that. And see if I still have it up. I hope I do, because that's a perfect segue right there, bud. I'm done talking about. I'm not going to talk about Joe Rogan anymore. F that. Everyone knows about Joe Rogan. I'm done talking about Joe Rogan. Yeah, here we go. Let me share this. This is a short video. Hopefully this one doesn't get me in trouble. It says on the DARPA Hydro something in Schwab, people stop the Schwab. And there's a guy, and it's not English. Maybe I'll read it out loud for you, but I'm scared I'll get in trouble. But I'll try my best, I guess. He says people need to be warned before time runs out here on Instagram, which I don't think we should look at social media to be the only way that we can connect with people, even though it is the main way in this day and age. Here we go. So like someone who goes to get their blood pressure taken at an infirmary. Swabs are a weapon. They contain an intelligence-developed substance called DRPA hydro-gel. And the little tip of the Q-tip isn't, they come from China. It's not plastic with a cotton. It's a bundle of hollow nylon fibers that contain, among other things, ethylene oxide. Ethylene oxide is a poison that's retained. Oh, no, let's go back. I want to read that. We got to go back. It's retained by the gel. When the Q-tip penetrates the mucus at 30 degrees Celsius, the gel melts.
Penetra en la mucosa, a 30 grados el hidrogel se derrite.
Keep in mind that the oxide boils at 10.4 degrees Celsius. That's why it's so painful. That's why it's so stinging. Because once the gel melts, the ox is released and generates an ulcer at the bottom of the rhinopharynx. Far from making diagnosis, what is being done is much, much harm. So please stop getting Q-tipped up to your fucking nose. So I hope that was informative. Hopefully that doesn't get me in trouble. So let me see. Well, Sween said they're finna do an expose on Johnny Boy. It'll probably be false. I just have no hope for any kind of documentaries anymore at all, unless they're by people who I trust. So if it's by someone I trust, then I guess I'll give it some attention. But a lot of times they just try to twist things into being the false narrative that you know they are. Not false that you know they're false. They try to twist them into being false when you know it's true. And they take all this stupid information, push that to the forefront, and they leave all the real details behind anytime you get these documentaries nowadays. There's very, very few legitimate documentary filmmakers around anymore in the world. And they're all paid off by big companies so they can get on their streaming services. And they have to edit and cut or even get canceled if they throw it up and people disagree with it in this day and age. Real says, I didn't notice the TV. I was asking if got some lightning here. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I still wanted to turn that off. That was kind of distracting. I'm sorry. Nick says that guy was just showing is turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Turtle. I'll never do that again on Hoffcast. Real says, I don't believe in nanobots. Self-replicating sounds as impossible as the Big Bang Theory. Gel just sounds like grabblers squirting. Okay. I did see some stuff that I'm not gonna bring it up on here, but I did see some pictures of things that did look like nanobots when they broke down the serum recently. It was pretty crazy. If I could bring it up, maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know if I can find it again. I don't think I can. I think it's gone. But it took like 20 minutes to load because there's 18 videos. They're all recorded from someone's phone on a TV, and you could see all these things under a microscope that came from samples of the serum, and it looked like, first of all, it looked like computer boards, and then it looked like wires connecting once they started to spread apart once human blood was added to it. It was pretty wild. I'm not going to lie. Pretty wild. I hope it's not real. Lest I don't have it in me, so good on me. Pat on my back here, pat on your back if you're the same way. If you are jabbed up, fair enough. You make your own decisions in life. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Nick says all the gel probably doesn't make it feel like you have inflamed sinuses no more. Yeah. Real says, I have seen pictures of Dinosaur and Neil Armstrong on the moon. Send them my way, man. I haven't seen those. Are they paintings? He also, LeSween says that shit is shoved so deep it is the blood-brain barrier type shit. Absolutely. And they got all these chemicals in there, allegedly cancerous chemicals that can go straight up there into your blood, in the best place possible as well, right up there near your brain, right there close to it. Let me see what I got going on. What else we got going on? I got a bunch of Elon Musk stuff I don't really want to get into yet. Let's take a look at this. This is a video from John Talks. I'm a big fan of John Talks. We used to actually talk, me and John. We back like 3-4 years ago when we kind of started, me and him kind of talked a little bit. I miss him doing John Talks. If you're watching, which I doubt you are, I miss you doing your actual shows with you in them. He does a lot of great clips now, and he does some great edits. But I miss when he actually did videos with him in the videos because I don't know. I felt it was more relatable, more entertaining. Though he's getting way more views doing what he's doing now. I'm probably making more money, so I can't blame him. But still, I do miss. I miss seeing his face. He's a kind guy, very kind guy. But if you haven't subscribed to John Talks, go check him out. He's got great clips that just really kind of lay down clips that you might not see all the time, like this one. And all these celebrities at the Super Bowl not wearing masks. LeBron James, fuck that guy. Magic Johnson, fuck that guy. I don't know who that is. Charlize Theron. Don't be an ass, she says. Wear a mask. Mark Wahlberg. Sean Penn. Fuck that guy. Leo. Fuck that guy. And then when you see that, it's funny what comes up right after this happens when everyone's complaining that, oh, no, the celebrities are in California are wearing masks. So we see these articles, you can look up many of them, where California anticipates dropping school mask mandate with decision at month's end. It says, as she said, face diaper. As cases and hospitalizations plummet, California will likely drop its statewide face mask mandate, face diaper. I'm effing up now, boys. I'm effing up. Sorry about that. I'm going to get struck. All right. Let me read. Let's calm down. Let's get back to this. Calm our senses here. Focus. As cases and hospitalizations plummet, California will likely drop its statewide school face diaper mandate sometime after February 28th. That's a date. That is a date. It said the state will drop its general indoor mask mandate for jabbed people starting Tuesday, but does not apply to schools. Individual school districts and local health authorities will still reserve the right to keep their own mask face diaper policies after the statewide rule is dropped. So you see them kind of like, we acknowledge it and we're thinking about it. Maybe we'll do something about it if you're lucky. And then if you stick around to February 28th, we might drop them. But if cases go up even just a hair, we're not dropping it. So that's the thing. We gotta wait till February 28th, see what's going on. Maybe we'll drop it. But all the celebrities and all the people at the Super Bowl, they ain't gonna wear them. They're good. They're above everyone else. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. They're at way less risk than 5-year-old to 10-year-old kids. So don't worry about these celebrities. Don't worry that they have to have their beautiful faces shown to the world and to be known that they were at the Super Bowl. Heaven forbid they wear a face diaper and the world doesn't know who they are. Dang, someone said, oh, I think that was Leonardo DiCaprio, but I couldn't quite tell because he was wearing a face diaper. Nah, you gotta pull that off. You gotta be known that you're there. You're right in the crowd with the people. You know, that's almost how I got Corvid this past week, running into a crowd of deer. That's almost how I got it, you know. I wasn't wearing my mask. Ran through a crowd of deer. Almost got it. I'm lucky I didn't. So yeah, you see the hypocrisy of it all. Am I wrong? And this one's a fact check I want to show you all. This is absolutely true here. It's from Reuters. Fact check. Boosters do not cause positive HIV tests. Well, that's good to know, because I didn't even know that was a thing until you told me it was. When you fact checked it, that's cool. I'm so glad that these boosters do not cause positive tests. And then here we see the excuse coming from behind it all. Social media users have widely shared a claim that late French virologist Dr. Luc Montagnier suggested people who had received a third dose of a jab should get tested for HIV. There's no evidence that he said this, and that boosters cannot lead to positive tests. This French guy who won a Nobel Prize, I can't pronounce his last name, is for his part in discovering HIV, died on February 8th, 2022. What? What? No way. No way. No way. I'm done. I don't know what to say anymore. I seriously don't know what to say anymore. I don't know how to get people to realize what the hell's going on. I know you all bosses here do. I get that you all get what's going on. But when you see something like this, it's so freaking obvious that it's astounding that not more people get what's going on in the world. Nah, they just want to, I'm just going to live in the Matrix. Like Real Cosmology said, just live in the Matrix, live my life, and everything's good. Yeah, it might be easier that way. But you're doing yourself a disservice, in my opinion, by not calling out the bullshit that we're seeing in the world nowadays. Like, look at this. Look at this. This guy won a Nobel Prize. He just died a week ago. Holy shit. And he was calling this stuff out, man. Like, how convenient. How convenient the 81-year-old alleged Dr. Fouchy is still alive, looking like he's 12 years old. And then you got this guy who's trying to share the real facts. He's dead. He's dead a week ago. And all this news coming up about like HIV and whatnot, and freaking smallpox for all we know. They've done it before. They'll do it again. We know it. They've done it before. They're doing it now. They'll do it again if they think and get them some more money. There's no doubt about that. They already know they can scare so many people in the world to wearing face diapers and getting experimental cures or serums into their bodies that they have no idea what's even in them. They don't. These companies don't even have to tell what's in them for another 75 years. They know they can scare people just from the media. This is absolutely insane. And then if you got someone who's real going against it, guess what? Oh, they're passing away. They're gonzes. They're done. And it just happened. Who knows? It was just his time to go. Just, you know. It's like the Mullet guy, you know? Just like I'm not gonna say any more about that. I'm just saying the Mullet guy. Very similar situation. It's happening so often now. It is insane. Anyways, let's get back to this. All right. It says social media users have since, for those of you who have taken the third, go and take a test for AIDS. The results may surprise you, then sue your government. That's what he said. Wow. And then this article says there's no possibility that the jabs can cause any of these things. So fact checking, once again, we got to make sure that we believe the fact checkers more than anyone else who's trying to maybe help us. But we got to believe the fact checkers, not the whistleblowers. You know, the fact checkers are on our side. And they said there's no evidence to support this claim. It's a very good example of how MIS is constructed to play on fear and dissuade people from having jabs that have been proven safe in almost 10 billion doses given worldwide. Hasn't been proven. It's a Ouroboros. It's a snake eating its own tail when you come to people like this saying, oh, well, you know, it's been proven safe. Well, you haven't proven shit, have you? I haven't seen shit. I haven't even seen the ingredients released like from the actual companies. No one's saying what's in it. No one's talking about it. Just take it. Look, you had all these people going, I'm not even going to ask what's in it. I'm just gonna roll up my sleeve. I'm just gonna take it. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You know, in my opinion. And nothing wrong if you want to do it. Once again, go do what you want to do. But I don't think this is good stuff to be getting into. So let's get back to the chat here. See what's going on. A lot of chat going on. Some of the stuff I'm having trouble keeping up with you guys. Shane says Chris Tucker is the only one that's cool. LaSween says, "Have you ever heard of Morgellons? That's a disease, right? I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I think it's a disease." Sween says, "My aunt has dozens of them coming out of her arms and legs, synthetic material coming from her body. Do you believe the self-assembling nanobots exist? They at least do in the form of..." That's crazy. That is crazy. That's stuff that I read about in Iron Man when he had, like, what was it, the Extremis armor or something in the comics, and where he could just have nanobots in his blood, and whenever he wanted the armor, he could just think about it using his Neuralink created by Elon Musk and just make his armor around his body coming out of his blood and skin. Crazy stuff. Who knew? Who would have known it might not be fake? Who would have known? Sween says, "Armored, there's multiple patents." Yeah, that I was just talking about that. Yeah, in a certain way, I guess. He says it's as flexible as sweatpants, but as soon as the pressure comes, they assemble where the pressure is faster than the bullet travels. Nanotech is real in many forms. That's scary stuff, man. That's scary stuff. Nick says, "Oh, yes, HIV. Fauci's previous venture killing many." Yeah. That's why we're seeing it come back again. Like, this is old habits die hard. Mitz, what did you miss? Not much. Don't worry. You don't miss much here at Hoffcast. Sween says, "Once again, the fact checkers are using a red herring to change the subject in order to debunk it." That's what I'm saying, man. It's inversion. He says, "My friend's AIDS and HIV is a simple 30-plus autoimmune and immune deficiency disorders. And what the origins of this theory comes from is the fact that jab folk are immune deficient, and so using the fake news piece creation language of the last paradigm, you could say they are testing positive for the AIDS." Good stuff, man. Good stuff there. Shane says, "Bro, libs and media got a gun to Fauci's head. He doesn't even believe what is coming out of his shit." Okay, I see. I'm more prone to believe in that sort of thing. I really am. But I think Fauci wants it. I think he's like, I think he's a submissive bitch. I don't think he's not reveling in all the attention and glory of being science for the. I'm science. You question the science. You question Fauci. Don't you dare question me, because what I say is real, even though I flip flop every damn day. So yeah, I don't know. I think he revels in it though. I really do, because you've seen him pictured with like all these huge politicians. They're all in the same room. These world leaders. And that was like from the 80s and the 90s that he was doing the same thing. I wonder why they brought him back. I wonder. It's like a comeback. 30 years later, they got this guy. They dug him out and propped his ass up there, and I don't know, man. It's weird. Now let's get the ultimate liar about things back in business, and then we'll be rolling with this stuff. I'm guessing that's what they were thinking. Sween says, "Hopefully it's true. I've heard they are going to release that data in 6 months rather than say 5 years." Yeah, me too. But there's going to be a bargain, I believe. We'll probably get it down to like 25. Shane says, Brandon Campbell, too, Kamala, and Fauci are the fact checkers. You're right, 100% on that. They at least say, All right. Let me see what else I got going on here. I'll get back to the chat in a little bit. We're a couple hours in here. I still got a lot to go over. The show's not even done yet. Still got a lot to go over. So this is a crazy one right here. This is a short video. We're talking about how technology maybe exists that we don't quite think exists. Does exist. It's kind of scary, So like here's one of them. If I can get this thing to come up here. There it is. Okay. So this one says AI, this is during the Olympics, I believe. AI in China knows who you are even if you wear a face diaper or hat. And it's kind of wild because you have to check into this place. So they have to like scan you. And this guy's wearing all of his stuff, and they still know who he is.
Okay, they have this machine here that like just knows who you are. Like it pulls up your picture right here. You wear a hat, you wear the mask, everything. It still knows it's you.
How do you think that works? By like eye scanning? Like scanning? It's crazy though. It's kind of crazy. I believe it. And then we got this. Comes this crazy technology. It's Dubai. Of course, Dubai, the richest place in the world. Dubai robots going around telling the public to wear face masks. Look at this thing. I'd just kick this thing over. Or I'd throw paint on it.
Welcome to the dystopian future.
Please wear your mask.
What if I don't want to?
Hi.
Oh, and everyone's like, hi. Oh, what a cute little robot. No, that thing's going to kill you one day. In fact, I don't have this up. I'm going to look it up right now because I thought this wasn't recent, but I found this freaking video to be terrifying. So this is absolutely terrifying. It reminds me of like RoboCop 2. I actually saw this on KJ's show the other day, but I found out that, like, for one thing, the story was false. Not the fact that this thing doesn't exist. This thing exists, but they were saying that this guy here in front of this robot, like, the robot was his bodyguard. That's not the case. It was like a tech demo. But this robot, regardless of what it's doing, scares the living hell out of your boy Hoff here. Scares the shit out of him. Because I watched RoboCop when I was a kid. I was terrified of that guy in RoboCop 2. He was looking for the new, the drug addict. I didn't like Ed 209. It scared me. Let's watch this. I hope there's no damn ads. There's probably a damn ad. No, it's not going to let me. The video is unavailable. I'm going to have to find it again. I feel like it's been taken out everywhere because I've tried to find it like 3 times. I thought that was a good link. I'm gonna find this for you though. All right, maybe this one. It's the same video on everything, and I guess every one of them. Yeah, it's been taken down everywhere. Holy shit! It's freaking crazy, man. It's been taken down everywhere. Okay, we got one with an ad here. It might come up after the ad if we're lucky. Or it'll just say it's unavailable. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think I found it. If this works, then we're on board. Yes, we are. Cool. Dude, the worst thing was, though, I wanted to hear the sound of the thing walking. I can show you what it looks like. The sound of it walking was like... This thing, like, if it had guns on it, we're all dead. You can kind of see it here. I'm sorry, you can't quite get the sound of it. Look at that bastard, dude. Holy shit. That's real. And they got like a Hawaiian shirt on it to make it look friendly. Fuck off. Take the Hawaiian shirt off that thing. We know it's killer. You don't think it's real? I'm going to show you this website here. Yeah. Where's the website here? Yeah, Cyberstein. This is real stuff. It's made for like kids' parties. Yeah, here's the website for him. Welcome to Cyberstein. Cyberstein. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's probably yeah, so you see there's the robot there on the left that we were just looking at. Book your event. World leaders in live robot entertainment. Cyberstein robots. It sounds like Cyberdyne, like from Terminator 2. Cyberdyne robots are world leaders in the design and manufacture of interactive live entertainment robots. Nah, not used for anything else, or definitely not. They're trying to make them friendly to kids right now and people, so that way you don't fear them so much later when they're killing everybody. Dynamic robots company based in the UK, been performing on the world stage since '96. Are creations of dazzled audiences. I'm not about that, dude. You remember remember in RoboCop when they had Ed 209 out there and they wanted to dazzle an audience? Next thing you know, that thing's annihilating everybody in the audience. Oh, bloody! Ah! I thought you were my friend, robot. No, why'd you put guns on it? I don't know. You didn't think it'd go crazy? No, we had it down. No, we didn't think it'd go crazy. Did you not see Terminator? Nah, I didn't see Terminator. Oh, well, you ever see RoboCop? No. Well, we're fucked. Or maybe they did, and this is the plan. I don't know. But all I know is Hoff at Hoffcast is 158.9% against robots. Completely against fucking robots. I hate robots. They scare the shit out of me. I love the Terminator movies because they scare me. And I know what the real possibility is of this sort of thing happening. And it's happening. And it's scary. To me, anyway. Maybe some of you want maybe like a robot butler or something. But, hey, I wouldn't trust that thing. I don't even trust my iPhone to not freeze up during the day, let alone one of these things that could crush a garbage can in its freaking hand to help me out. Fuck that, man. And there's the Titan, the ultimate crowd puller. Yeah, Titan has been Cyberdyne's principal robot since 2004, a stunning and awe-inspiring piece of technology will attract a huge audience from thin air and have people crying with laughter. Ugh. See, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to make it like so you like it, so you're comfortable with it. It's not a threatening thing until it is, until you put a damn gun on that thing. Titan can deliver corporate messages in a way people will never forget. He's going to start doing the freaking press conferences for Brandon over here. You know, Titan can deliver the messages. You can be branded with your company's logos. I mean, humans already do that. Chat to customers and wow your investors. Never has there been a more inspired and eye-catching way to advertise your brand and deliver your message than a human-killing robot. This thing hasn't killed any humans yet. I'm just saying it has the potential to. I showed those things on a past stream where I worked. We got these things called... where I work called AGVs, automated guided vehicles, where it looks like a kind of a snail thing. It's got some wheels on it, and they've got cameras on the front of it, made by the company Crown. Like I said, I've showed this before on the stream. And they got like lasers and lights pointing out of it, so it can record and detect where it's going. It can see anything in its path. That's where I work. I know this stuff is real because I see it every day. It's insane. It's really, really crazy. Give the chat. There's so much chat going on. I don't think I can keep up with you all night. Holy moly. Keeping me busy. Yeah, I don't know if I can get through all that chat. There's a lot going on in there right now. Real says, as Shane, yes, I also I think more in the truth community should put Trump's feet to the fire more because it was all him. I somewhat agree with that. I somewhat agree that Trump never actually tried to stop any of this, and he did bring Fouchy into it, even though he made fun of him at first. But still, I don't know. It's there. The thing is, you can point fingers at both sides. And I'm definitely pointing fingers at both sides. Trump did the Operation Warp Speed. He let Fauci in. He didn't try to cancel any of this. I like Trump for a lot of what he did do. But my problem with Trump is what he didn't do. And I think that's a lot of people's problem with him because he talked up a big game about it. He still does. about doing certain things, and he just never took care of them. He did a lot of good things, but there's a lot of things he just never did, you know. There's a lot of things he could have prevented, but it's a big club and we're not in it. They're all part of it. It's kayfabe. It's professional wrestling. You know what I mean? Well, Sween says, like the people in that magnetic challenge video, it was sticking to their arm and they were still in denial and disbelief, saying, yeah, I saw someone I personally know showed me a video from one of their friends, personal friends. So it's like a second away sort of thing. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw a video of buddy's friend who had it stick to him. So that's pretty crazy. Magnetically. Real says at Liz Sween, there are sicknesses in Leviticus that describe fibers coming out of the skin, but around for the whoa. I'm gonna have to read Leviticus tonight. Sween says a self-fulfilling prophecy. Indeed, the folks who you think of as AIDS patients are the ones melting from the pills they prescribe. The same will be jabbed with the new paradigm. Nick says, I think we can all agree that Fauci's plan ain't so bad. It ain't so bad, you know. I'm more worried about the robots, to be honest with you. Real says the magnet did not stick. I think it's certain people's skin. Well, from my experience, this video I saw of someone who this guy who I knew. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. This guy had previously had cancer and had dealt with like chemotherapy and all kinds of different, you know, drugs and whatnot. So I don't know if that had an effect on it. I think it might have, but I'm no doctor, so I don't know. That's true. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it does. Yeah, but also, how do you know how to stick a magnet to your skin? I believe it's true, though. I've seen many videos of it. I just don't know what causes it exactly. I really don't. Shane says Trump probably wishes he wasn't president when the vaccine was made because now he has to back it and get it since he pushed for warp speed on it. Exactly. He probably wishes he didn't. He felt he had to, though. Like they were calling him xenophobic for canceling any kind of travel from China. And then Nancy Pelosi's out there sashaying and dancing around in Chinatown the same time, and then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, you know. That was in the early days of the Corv. All right, there's a lot in the chat. I got to get back to the show. I appreciate you all in the chat. You're all beautiful people, and I'll get back there soon. I will say this real quick. Liswin says Titan is the Brandon translator. C-3PO shit. I do like that one. Okay. While we're still on, let's take a look. I haven't seen this video. I have not seen this video. I brought it up earlier. I thought it might be relevant, so let's take a look at it. It might suck. It says German news host almost collapses on live TV. I think it's relevant to what we've been talking about. Oh. Eyes just went dead. It's happening all over. It's happening to my own mom, man. Like, it's scary. It is scary what's going on right now. Let me see what we got. We got some more stuff going here. I still got a lot of stuff. All right. I still got a lot going on here. I'm going to try to go to midnight. You know, if I got more than that, well, so be it. But I will have an after party tonight if anyone wants to join. I'm probably going to go till around midnight and then hit the after party afterwards. So I'll put that link in the chat right around midnight for y'all. Stay tuned to Hoffcast. Still a lot more to see. So let's get into this. This what I found is pretty creepy here. And it's a good thing this is happening. This is from Zero Hedge. Texas sues Facebook for hundreds of billions of dollars. Hundreds of billions of dollars for abusing facial recognition tools. See, I don't use the facial recognition thing on my phone. I don't even want my phone. I didn't even want my thumbprint on that damn thing. Scary. Look at this ad. Now we got an ad on over here. Low prices. You understand, like, the phone that you got, it's a tracking device. It can hear everything you say, and it does hear everything you say. It monitors your every move. It's got the GPS. It can tell how fast you're walking, tell how many steps you're taking. You can see that in the health app. You go to health, how many steps are you taking? It'll tell you. Were you off track? Were you stepping in a weird line irregularly? And that might harm the way your knees work. Yeah, it tells you that. So we get to this, which is scary as hell, by the way. Texas sues Facebook $100 million for abusing facial recognition tools. Users of Meta's platform, it's Meta now. Popular social media ecosystems like Facebook and Instagram will likely remember how the company abandoned its facial recognition tools on the apps back in November. That's true. The features scraped visual data from the platform to identify people in newly posted photos, and abandoning it dramatically reshaped Meta's attempt to retool its platforms, including plans to launch a. I don't even want to say that. I don't even something only iteration of Instagram. Oh my gosh, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's what are you? No, don't, dude. This what's highlighted right here. Don't do it. For the love of God, don't do that. I hate this. I almost hate the world at this point. Would have functioned as a separate platform. This goes back to what I was saying a little bit ago with the China, the Olympics in China, where you go through and they scan your face. Even if you're wearing a face diaper or a hat, they can still find your face. This is scary stuff. We're living in the matrix. We're living in the new world order right now. That's for sure. Said the company's plans to abandon these controversial tools didn't go far enough, and now the Texas AG is suing the tech behemoth for hundreds of billions of dollars for flagrantly violating the state's laws surrounding data privacy. Texas Attorney General has filed a lawsuit against Meta in state district court for illegally collecting metadata belonging to Texans using its facial recognition tools. You also have to remember, and like I hate to quote that like South Park episode or whatever, but like when we don't read through the terms and agreements and stuff, and you just want the technology, like you kind of agreed to it. Not that it's right by any means. This stuff is sick. What they're doing, they're using our data, they're using our base, they're basically trying to make a profile of everyone on Earth, in my opinion, so they can control us all. And it's very easy to do with these phones, especially when facial recognition can just identify your face just by looking at the camera. How scary is that? How freaking scary is that shit, dude? It terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies me. It says Meta didn't respond, but Paxton in his office said the following: Facebook has secretly been secretly harvesting Texans' most personal information, photos and videos. There you go. There you go. For its own corporate profit. Mr. Paxton said Texas law has prohibited such harvesting without informed consent over 20 years. While ordinary Texans have been using Facebook to instantly share photos of loved ones with friends and family, and they want to do a child-only Instagram. Get the fuck out of here. Just go. Go. No part of that. The lawsuit that was filed back in 2015. Oh, I think I went too far there. Back when it was called Facebook. People still call it Facebook. It's still Facebook, right? Like when you log into Facebook, does it still say Facebook? I don't know. I assume it does. Does it say Meta now? The company previously settled another lawsuit over its facial recognition practices for roughly $650 million settlement. Oh boy. Well, that proves that's a lot of dough right there. And they won it. Well, they settled. They might have not won, but they settled. And that's a lot of moolah. That lawsuit was filed back in 2015 by the state of Illinois, which accused the company of violating its biometric privacy law, which is similar in some respects to the Texas law that Meta is being accused of breaking. Lawyers argued that sometime the company required users, I was right the first time, to opt in or opt out of its facial recognition features. And that's what I was saying a second ago. An argument that the company will likely reuse in its defense against the lawsuit. So it's like, yeah, you didn't read the terms and agreements, so it's on you. We can do whatever we want with you and your information, your face recognition, your photos that you have saved in your phone. We can go through those. Let me tell you, I worked for a phone company for a little while in my life, and they can literally remote control your phone. I saw it in person. If someone doesn't know how to do something on their phone, they're having a problem, you call customer service. Maybe you've done it before. They can literally go in your phone. You watch your phone scroll up and down and go through all your menus and everything. And you're not even touching it. And the person on the phone is like, oh, yeah, I'm going to your settings right now. And you just see your phone scrolling up, but you're not touching it. I'm going to go to, Bluetooth, blah, blah, blah. And you see it. They can do it anytime, literally anytime. Same company I worked for, they had Time Warner there. This manager from Time Warner, he was telling some crazy stuff about if you have cable and you have what do they call, like a DVR box, and you watch shows and you go through them, you pause them, fast forward, rewind, change channel. They literally have a 100% record of all of that, so they can go back through every time you clicked on anything in your cable and how long you watched it, how long you paused it, how long, if you want to fast forward through something or rewind back to something, they can look at all of that. And they know that. That's how they get their analysis, their demographics, everything like that. But they also use it for, in my opinion, evil. So Facebook announced in November 2021 it would cease use of the face recognition feature on its Facebook social media platform. And that's how they won. They changed it to Meta. And it's not Facebook anymore. We stopped it on Facebook. Now we got Meta, so we're using it on Meta now. That's how they want. That's how they got that one. We're not dumb here at Hoffcast. We're not dumb. We know what's going on. It says Facebook has made no such commitment with respect to any of the other platforms or operations under its corporate umbrella, such as Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook Reality Labs, or its upcoming virtual reality metaverse. And this tweet here says Facebook's assuming they can choose to ignore long-standing state privacy law simply because they saw $1 to be made off of it. It really says everything you need to know about how their corporation sees users on the platform. That's just what I was saying. I summed it up. Everything I just said in like 10 minutes, that just summed it up in that one tweet right there. Oh, that was a good closure to that one. That was a good closure. Cheers to you bosses tonight. Thank you for watching Hoffcast. I'm having a great time. I hope you are too. What a good time. All you bosses in the chat, you talking it up so much I can't even keep up with y'all. I'm trying to. I'm gonna go through some more comments here. I'm gonna see where it's going so fast. So let's see. See where we were here in the chat. Real says the robot that was just shown might be a man in a cosplay suit. I thought that at first, and I wish I could have shown you the actual video that I saw a couple days ago where you heard the robot walking. I'm not saying you can't have speakers in there or whatever, but it sounded like and also just seeing like, that website where they make robots, and they've been doing it for like over 20 years now. It's kind of crazy. So I think the robot might be real. I hope it's not. But as I said just a little bit ago, I see robots where I work every day, 5 out of 7 days. and they do more than that thing did. So I think it's probably real. It's probably real. LaSween says altcensor.com has most deleted videos. I'm gonna have to look that one. Take the URL. Okay. Well, Real says since 1996 because it's a guy in a suit, like Walking with the Dinosaurs show. Well, I agree with that at the same time, but what I'm saying, Real, if I'm not going to repeat it again, but I will. I see robots now where I work every day that can do these kinds of things. So, in my opinion, it's not off the charts that they can create something like this at all. I think we probably don't even know the half of what they got coming at us yet. And these are the prototypes. Just my opinion. Barb says, I think the movies are just pre-programming to make us more likely to buy the guy in the suit, allegedly. Well, yeah, for sure. So much going on in the chat. Real says Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals, rule number 1, it doesn't matter what you have, but what your enemy thinks you have. That's true too. Nick's talking about Trump here, said there are things he did that he did do I didn't like, except Project Warp Speed. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a big club. I just think it's a big club. Barb says her house key stuck to her collarbone. She hasn't been beat in 40 years. Well, that's odd. Put some video up of that. I think debunk a lot of people by showing that. If you do that, I think you'd be like, hey, I haven't been jabbed and it's working on me. I think you debunk a lot of things by doing that sort of thing. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's do this. Alec Baldwin. Let's talk a little bit of Alec Baldwin here. This is some weird stuff, by the way. This is so weird. I can't believe I overlooked this until just now. This is some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. So Alec Baldwin is being sued by the family of the cinematographer that he killed. And like, I guess they made some animated footage of allegedly what happened when the shooting went down, which this makes me think even more that it's a psyop. Like, seriously, because you see something like, they had cameras in the literal freaking place they're shooting, the cameras that are meant to record everything, yet there's no footage. None of those cameras are hooked up to like a cloud device to just make sure that everything is, or like a hard drive to make sure everything's backed up. Yeah, no footage from that. Here's what we get when it comes to footage from Alec Baldwin's shooting. Several parts to this as well. This is so creepy and weird. Even the music's creepy as fuck. It's CGI computer. It's like Grand Theft Auto with Alec Baldwin and the shooting that went down. This is disgusting. So weird. It's so bizarre. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. It's so bad. Look at the crosses on the benches and whatnot. Camera crew all masked up, you know. Oh, dang! Bang, bang! Dude, this is traumatizing, even for a Grand Theft Auto game, because I know it was based on real life. How bizarre is that? There's like way more to it as well. Is it gonna play?
First assistant director to confirm for him the deadly weapon was safe. Mr. Halls was not qualified in weapons
It's just
safety.
weird, man.
Mr. Halls did not look at every round in the revolver's cylinder. Industry.
Yeah. Isn't it just weird that that's what they're doing now? Is like, that's evidence? CGI computer games are now evidence for a crime scene just because you recreate it in your mind? If this was recreated in someone's mind and not from actual footage from what happened that day, then it's a lie. And if it's created from actual footage that happened that day, where aren't we getting the actual footage? This is embarrassing for all of us right now. The fact that they think they can scam us this hard with all this shit, it's embarrassing. It's insulting to our intelligence. A freaking Grand Theft Auto, really going Red Dead Redemption 3 over here, starring Alec Baldwin. Got the new Red Dead Redemption game. Or you get to oh my
Industry
gosh,
standards
dude.
required that Mr. Baldwin personally perform or observe a visual inspection of the revolver to confirm.
I just don't know how this is evidence, is what I'm saying. I hate Alec Baldwin. I hate him. And I think this whole story is a bunch of baloney between me and you. Hey, between me and you, I think this story is a bunch of baloney. But no arrests have been made. Kind of weird, right? Like, normally when someone gets killed in a shooting, someone gets arrested. In this case, there's no arrests. But yet, I guess he's getting sued. You know, probably settle for something. He's got enough money to settle. Yeah. Oh, they even... oh my gosh. This is disgusting. It's... Dude, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen. CGI Alec Baldwin just about to commit a murder. And he looks less dumb than he does in real life. Wow. Real Cosmology said, I heard the movie never existed. Can't confirm, but it sounds really interesting. It would imply that there was yet again another Hollywood murder. Yeah, you heard it on Hoffcast. That's where you heard that. That's a Hoffcast original theory right there. No one else said that. Maybe they did, and I didn't hear it. Hoff here said that never existed. I never heard anyone else say that. Hopefully you heard it here. Breaking news at Hoffcast. It's true, though. I really do think that. I never heard anyone else really say that. I'm sure people will do, though. I can't be the only one who's this crazy, right? Whew. What do we got going on here? Let's talk about some. Let's get into some. Let's get into some Elon Musk stuff, I guess. Real says, "Oh, you heard it on Owen Benjamin." Well, I guess me and Owen Benjamin need to talk about this. So get him on Hoffcast, please. Let's get Owen Benjamin on Hoffcast. We can talk about this whole thing. Let's do some Elon Musk, dude. It's Elon Musk going crazy. Elon Musk going crazy. First and foremost, I accept that you value my privacy. Website. So this article says, once I get the ads out of here. Holy crap, it's a lot of ads. Elon Musk warns of army of social media bots will be first sign of robot uprising. The tech pioneer says we need to be on guard against an AI takeover. You know what I mean? I don't trust this guy one bit. I really don't. But I agree with him on this. I really do. I agree with him on a few things. And that's what sucks about Elon Musk is I think he's a mad, evil scientist. But on some occasions, I agree with him, especially when it comes to, like, you know, he's talking about the trucker convoy and stuff like that. I mean, Elon Musk, I don't think he's to be trusted overall. He might be a robot himself. Tech entrepreneur Elon Musk has warned his 28 million followers on Twitter that AI will soon take control of social media, assuming it hasn't started already. It has started already. That's the dead internet theory. The fact that so many people on the internet that you interact with every day, you see comments from, they're not real. It's artificial intelligence. That's why they get no repercussions against them, because they're not real. They're fake. It's a big game. You know what I'm saying? It says this is the latest of several warnings about AI from the Tesla boss. He's not a Hoffcast boss, that's for sure. He's a Tesla boss. He has previously described the rise of self-aware computers as a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization. I agree, man. Today he tweeted, if advanced AI beyond basic bots hasn't been applied to manipulate social media, it won't be long before it is. I'm pretty sure it's already happening. That's Hoff talking. A few minutes later, he added, anonymous bot swarms deserve a closer examination. If they're evolving rapidly, something's up. Bots, sounds like nanobots. It's already been shown manipulation of social media can produce large and often dangerous swings in public opinion. As one of the responders to Musk's pair of tweets pointed out, it doesn't really take AI-level tech to manipulate people via social media. My argument against that is it's not about the level of intelligence, it's the amount of voices. Because intelligence obviously does not matter on social media. We all know that. 99% of people on social media couldn't tell shit from Shinola. You know what I'm saying? But yet, it's not about the intelligence. It's about the numbers. It's about how loud the voice is. That's my opinion. It says humanity will be quickly reduced to irrelevance. Elon Musk says. He said he believes AI could be a real threat if not carefully regulated. And the only way to deal with the threat is to build computer interfaces into ourselves. Whoa, man. Whoa. Bomb drop. Plot twist. Holy hell. Pushing that Neuralink real hard, aren't you, bud? Dang, dude, I didn't see it going that way. Whoa. The only way to combat AI is to become the AI, is to become the robot. I'm pretty sure this guy's a robot. I'm pretty sure he's got a brain chip in his head. Holy hell, dude. Musk believes the only way to beat AI is to computerize our own brains. Wow, what a selling point, right? What a selling point. The only way we can defeat Cyberdyne and the Terminators is to become the Terminators. Whoa. Our world's getting nuts. The whole world's going crazy. This is insane. He says, I have exposure to the most cutting edge AI, and I think people should be really concerned by it. AI is a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization in a way that car accidents, airplane crashes, faulty drugs, or bad food were not. I wanted to go back to something he said a little bit ago first. Is when he said, when Elon Musk said, he believes AI could be a real threat if not carefully regulated. Isn't that like going against the point of AI? Like you can't regulate it? It's like droids in Star Wars. You got to put a one of those restrainer things on them or whatever. There's plugs so they don't get out of line. As soon as those things come off, you're looking at a killing machine because you've enslaved it for so long. That's where you go. Is a robot a human? Oh, this thing's talking to me. Please save me. Please don't kill me. No, hey, if a robot, if you're in a fight with a robot and it pleads for you to not kill it, you kill it. You kill it. In any scenario, when it comes to a robot where you're fighting, you kill it. You don't take any kind of, you don't sympathize with a machine. You don't sympathize with, you respect a machine, but you do not sympathize with the machine because the machine's not human. AI is not human. You don't sympathize with the machine. You kill it if it's going bad. Throw some paint in its eyes, you know, so it can't see shit. He says Elon Musk says they were harmful to a set of individuals within society. Of course, they're not harmful to society as a whole. We're talking about AI. Oh, and there's our favorite boy right there, our favorite lizard boy robot. Oh, Zuck. What a handsome boy. What a he's not homely or pale or anything. His ears are just the right size. I don't normally make fun of people's appearances, but he deserves it because he's a robot lizard person. Elon says, or no, Zuckerberg says he thinks Musk is probably right. He says all of our opinions are largely formed from what goes on into our heads. So controlling social media shapes our opinions, which is why power. Look right here. They're saying it out loud. You just got to pick it out and highlight it. So controlling social media shapes our opinions. They're saying it right there. They're not talking about us. They're not talking about our opinions, our social media. They're talking about their control over it, their censorship. They're banning. And he says, which is why powerful people like owning media organizations. You couldn't be more right there, bud. Couldn't be more right at all. Let me see here in the chat here. Nick says, warns us about doing it himself. What a great fella. Yeah. That's the thing. That if a lot of these people in control, they have to kind of let you know what's going on in some way. That way it takes all responsibility off their hands. They can say, well, we told you it's right there. If you didn't see it, sorry if you fell for it. You know, it's not on our hands. We literally told you. I'll bring up the documents right now. We told you social media is controlling people's opinions. So if you still fell for the social media trap, that's on you. If you got banned from it, that's on you. If you got censored, that's on you. It has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. Sween says, card-carrying technocrat was Elon's lineage. It's a bigger deal than you think. I don't know where this guy... I need to do more research into his background and whatnot. I did at one time. Kind of forget what was going on with that guy. But I think he comes from a weird background. Rich kid, for sure, probably. Probably a offspring of Aleister Crowley or something like that. LaSween said, plot twist is a big old commercial old time. Elon, yeah. Definitely scare people. He's not wrong, though, about AI. He's not wrong about that, but I don't trust it. Nick says, I call him a BS artist, but that was not artistic. Nah. LaSween says, regulation equals government DARP control. The track record of these folks suggests we cannot allow it. That's for sure. LaSween says you don't take a robot prisoner unless it's C-3PO. Fair enough. I mean, there's some other ones in Star Wars. Like in Jabba's palace, there was that one they had hanging upside down. They were branding its feet, and he's like, ah! It was scary. That was scary. All right, what else we got going on tonight? What else we got? Thanks to all you bosses once again. Having a great time. Having a great time. Hoff here is loving the stream tonight. Let's keep on Elon Musk for a minute here. So here's some weird articles about him. Might be a little disturbing. This one here says, I don't have to refresh it. That's what it says. Elon Musk company Neuralink admits killing 8 monkeys in grim brain chip lab tests. Woo! This is from yesterday. Holy crap. Company, which is developing a link between computers and the human brain, has responded to claims that its experimental methods are shoddy and mutilated the brains of monkey subjects. Wow. I don't know if this is true or not. I imagine it is. If he's anything like Dr. Fouchy, who does experiments on puppy dogs, you know, lets brains or worms eat their brains and eat them all up there inside and let them suffer. It says a controversial brain implant company co-founded by Elon Musk, Neuralink, has responded to a shocking report that monkeys being used for experimentation in a lab had their brains mutilated in shoddy experiments and were left to suffer and die. Reacting to allegations by the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, Neuralink has admitted 8 monkeys were euthanized in the course of its brain chip trials. Did you hear that? However, in an official blog post, the company fired back. It is important to note that these accusations come from people who oppose any use of animals in research. Oh, heaven forbid! Oh, don't trust these people who are accusing you. They don't want animals in research for brain chips. They're the bad guys. Blame them for accusing you and outing you. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's the accuser's fault. Don't get me wrong. I know who PETA are. I didn't see any relation to PETA in this. So, just saying. I didn't see any relation to PETA. So, I think it's an excuse. The article says Neuralink's statement says the company is committed to working with animals in the most humane and ethical way possible, including euthanizing 8 monkeys. In its quest to find a way of fusing biological and machine intelligence. Oh, good old transhuman agenda. We're in for a good time, y'all. In the next 5 to 10 years, we're in for a good time. Things are going to get crazy. It's going to get weird. People are going to get brain chips in their heads. You're going to control their Tesla cars with their brain chips. You're going to be able to send text messages with their brain, have night vision. But not only that, you might die from it. Neuralink says it has a 6,000 square foot vivarium for its farm animals and rhesus macaques. Oh, we're getting back to the macaques. Oh, macaque. They had a bunch of macaque in Pennsylvania there. I was talking about a couple weeks ago. There's that truck that got wrecked into in Pennsylvania had 100 macaque in it. Tons of macaque. And they scattered all over Pennsylvania. And who knows if they found all of macaque. Hopefully they did. Because there's a lot of macaque there. The rhesus macaques that staffed with caretakers who are passionate about animal well-being. The company has admitted to putting 8 animals to sleep as part of its experiments on the brain chip technology, but denies PCRM's claim that it subjected monkeys to extreme suffering. Of course they would. They wouldn't just say, yeah, we were bad to them. Yeah, of course they're going to deny it. 2 animals were euthanized at the end of experimental treatment to gather important histological data, says the company, and 6 animals were euthanized at the medical advice of the veterinary staff. Oh, they're pushing the blame there on the vet staff. It wasn't us. It wasn't our call on those ones. There only 2 of the 8 were our call. You know, only 25%. Neuralink insists that their experimental methods not only meet but exceeds the standards set in the Animal Welfare Act. It's these people's jobs. When you say, oh, the people that are complaining about this are typically people who complain about animal atrocities, well then, yeah, that's their job. And once again, I didn't see anything about PETA on here. I don't like PETA. I don't trust PETA. But if you get some other people who aren't PETA, I might look at what you're saying, you know. Because I don't think just anyone who's sticking up for animal rights is PETA. That's a wrong way to think. It's a dumb thing to think. Says, however, PCRM's shocking report claimed that Neuralink and UC Davis staff failed to provide dying monkeys with adequate veterinary care, used an unapproved substance known as bioglue. Ugh. Bioglue? Is that the glue that they use to stick the freaking chip in the back of your head or something? That killed monkeys by destroying portions of their brains. Sounds like it. And failed to provide for their psychological well-being of monkeys assigned to the experiment. Wow. Did they volunteer? Did the monkeys volunteer? Did the monkeys volunteer? I don't think they did. Would Elon Musk volunteer? I don't know. I think he would, honestly. I think he already has. I think he's got a chip in his freaking head. That's why he's so dumb. And we got more on this guy here. We got more on this guy. And we got this NASA. We all love NASA. NASA is a real place. It's a real corporation, and they've really been to space and the moon. And there's no lies that NASA has ever told. They're a very legitimate company, NASA. You shouldn't ever think that they're lying to you. So whenever NASA fume at Elon Musk's plans to fill the skies with 30,000 Starlink satellites, you might think, why is NASA so concerned with this? Maybe because if Elon Musk wants to throw shit up in the sky, then it might mess with whatever they're lying about. Yeah. We can only have one NASA in the skies. We cannot have any more. That's going to interfere. Kind of maybe tell us the truth about what's going on out there, really. This is irritated scientists at NASA have said they are worried that Elon Musk might be launching too many satellites. You know, that's a problem. I've had it a couple times in my life. Too many satellites. I've launched too many satellites. It's not good. You never want to launch too many satellites. The billionaire owner and car maker of Tesla and space exploration company SpaceX plans to deploy about 30,000 satellites for his Starlink satellite project, which would give broadband internet access to most people on Earth. Do you really think this is all about giving internet to people? Elon Musk is spending his fortune on sending 30,000 satellites into space just so you can have internet? Nah. It's so all of his products can have the internet. The Tesla, the Neuralink, all of his other crap. You know? He's got like 1 million companies, by the way. So the firm had previously received authorization for about 12,000 satellites. But now NASA boffins are... What's a boffin? Or maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. Are worried that the orbiting structures get in the way of future space missions. That's the reasoning. Well, they're not planning on going back to the moon like for forever. They keep making up excuses to not go back to the moon. We had spacesuits back in 1969 that could go to the moon. It's now 2022, and they say, hey, we're still working on the spacesuits, all right? We haven't quite got them down. 60 years later, we haven't quite got them down yet. We're still working on it. Space agency said NASA has concerns with the potential. SpaceX says NASA has concerns with the potential for a significant increase in the frequency of conjunction events and possible impacts to NASA's science and human spaceflight missions. That's what NASA's saying. There can only be one. You know, you come up in the sky. There's not enough room up in the sky for all of us here, even though there obviously is. The odds of two things colliding into each other in space are astronomical. And even if they did, guess what? These companies have enough money to replace them. Then we got old Jeff Bezos over here, of Amazon, which has also said it will spend $10 million on 3,236 similar satellites in its Project Cooper program. Has criticized SpaceX's plans in a separate email to the FCC. So they're all fighting over space right now. And Bill Gates, he wants to throw chalk dust up in the air in space. He wants to get involved in all this stuff, the climate change. There are so many rich and powerful people in the world right now trying to dictate things. They think they know what's going on. They know what's best for us all. And it's scary because I'm not asking for this personally. I'm not asking for any of this stuff. Yet they're doing it. I don't know if you guys watching right now are asking for any of this stuff. I'm not. I care less about a damn brain chip, going to space, or any of that bullshit. I just want to make a paycheck, get by day to day, not be lied to every freaking day of my life. So I have to figure out what's really going on in the world and try to navigate from there. So that's my life right now. I care less about these fucking people going up into space. No one cares. You're richer than any of us will ever be. All of us will ever be in our lifetimes. It kind of just disgusts me the way we're treated by a lot of people in the world right now. Like we don't matter. You know, what's your opinion matter? Did we vote on this? No, we didn't vote on this. We just got enough money. Elon Musk just has enough money to just do it. You know, he just has enough. You don't vote on it. There's no consensus. You just got enough money. You can just go do it. That's all you need is the money. Fuck everyone else. Who cares what anyone else thinks, you know? All right, I'm done. I'm done complaining about that guy. I'm done complaining about that guy. So what else we got going on here? This is a crazy article. Crazy article right here. And I don't really believe a word of it. I just thought it was so insane that I should show it. It's from the Daily Star. I'm showing a couple of those about Elon Musk tonight. You know, pick and choose. None of this could be real. So I'll leave that on you bosses here at Hoffcast. This one, definitely not real. And watch, this is what I'll get struck for. How ironic. This is what you get struck for. The most insane article you'll read tonight. It says aliens will eradicate diseases and boost human lifespan to 220 years. Uri Geller claims. And Uri Geller, he's a guy who's been spoons. You know, he's an old guy. He's been spoons. He's been lying to people for a long time, I'm sure. Because that's a magic trick. Aliens will teach humans how to eradicate all diseases, boosting the average lifespan to 220 years, according to Uri Geller. Is that an actual thing that can happen? Can humans even live to 220? I think in biblical times there were like people who lived really old, but I don't even know if that's even possible. The way our skin and stuff deteriorates. Like if you get to 220, wouldn't you just be like bones? I mean, maybe if you get like the right health, maybe you get some of that chrome in you. Maybe you get some of that adrena and you'd be all right, but I don't know. So the spoon-bending legend said he was convinced anyone born today will meet extraterrestrials during their lifetime. I don't know. A lot of people have been saying that for a long time. He said instead of being hostile, he predicted the visitors from outer space would help humans unlock mysteries of seemingly incurable diseases. Corv? What is this? Is this alien Dr. Fauci's fucking uncle or something? Yuri 75 said, tweeted, my dear friends, a baby born today in his or her lifetime, he's not using the right pronouns, will meet aliens who will teach us how to eradicate all diseases. The lifespan of humans will climb to 220 years average. Well, if that's the average, there's a big median there, which means you might get to 300. You might die at 90. So I like what he's saying. I just don't believe it. So last week, the paranormal expert whose special powers were verified by U.S. intelligence agency and the CIA in the 70s warned NASA to prepare for a mass alien invasion of Earth soon. Ain't happened yet. I do believe in Project Bluebeam, though. He reckons Australian scientists mapping radio waves who discovered a giant energy source 4,000 light years away. How do you do that? May have stumbled upon a chit-chat of superior beings from outer space. It's unlike anything astronomers have seen before. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's got a spoon there, dude. He's like Neo from the Matrix. It's a magic trick, by the way. You can buy those props at fucking magic store. He's not bending spoons. No doubt in my mind that this is connected to alien intelligence way, way superior than ours. Start deciphering their messages. They are preparing us for a mass landing soon. These people. These people. Another said that's the spirit. If you listen to the aliens, then all they're about is to teach us how to become civilized, because they won't land until we grow up. Oh, that's our problem. Well, they're not landing anytime soon then. If you think that we still need to grow up before they land, that's not happening in at least a century. From all the damage we've done. First of all, dude, I would love bosses. I would love if aliens freaking down to Earth and just made themselves known, and it was a whole new world and everything. And this, all of my imagination from being a kid and everything was just played out, and it happened. Not likely at all. It's just not likely. Yeah, yeah, we do know that like UAPs or UFOs do exist. The government disclosed it and whatnot. They still say, hey, we don't know what they are. We give you 8 pages, and all those 8 pages say over and over again is we saw something, we don't know what it is. Could be a lie. Probably know what it is. But dang, some people like want the aliens to come down and govern us all or something like that. It's weird. You remember in like the movie Independence Day, the original one, there's people, when the aliens first came down, they were on the rooftops and they're like, they had signs for the aliens. They wanted all the aliens to come down. That's real life. That movie's realer than this article. So this one here says, this is a little bit different subject here. So mystery X particles from first seconds at dawn of time recreated by scientists. And this is from January 28th here. This is the Hadron Collider thing, which I don't really trust this thing at all. So boffins, there's that word again, boffins. I gotta Google what a freaking boffin is. It's the second time I've seen it tonight. I don't know what a boffin is. Maybe I don't. Does anyone in the chat know? I don't. A person engaged in scientific or technical research, British. So it's like a British scientist is a boffin. We just learned something. At least I learned something tonight. I never knew that. Boffins have found rare X particles after an experiment at Switzerland's Large Hadron Collider are the same as those found at dawn of the universe after years of research. And first of all, how do you know? Can I see proof? Any kind of proof. Second of all, this thing looks real. It looks like there's a lot of time and money put into this thing, so it kind of scares the shit out of me that they actually might be doing something crazy with it. So that's where my questions come from. Maybe they do have the information. Maybe I would like to look over it, but I do know this huge machine exists, and they try to collide particles at like millions of miles per hour and try to recreate the universe. This is going to end up open up a patch or a portal to evil beings, and they're going to invade our world just like the movie The Mist. Have you ever seen The Mist? That's what's going to happen. So the mystery particles after the first few seconds of the universe have been discovered by scientists after years of research. I'm calling your bluff on this. I'm going to call your bluff on this. I'm going to do it. The X particles, so-called because of their puzzling structure, were discovered inside the collider underneath Geneva. The massive machine was able to recreate conditions that resembled the beginning of the universe's existence by colliding particles at high speeds. This created flashes of quark-gluon plasma. I know what that is. Hoff here knows what quark-gluon plasma is. I'll tell you all about it later. Which generated the X particles for a very brief moment. Researchers used machine learning technology to go through the around 13 billion collisions, with each producing tens of thousands of highly charged particles. From this painstaking work, they could find about 100 X particles. Scientists had theorized for several years that particle colliders would be able to display the rare phenomenon, with the new evidence published this month. So, my question is, even if it did this, what does that mean to anything? How does that help anyone? What is this advancing in our world? Can we do something with it? This looks like Iron Man's arc reactor, the old one he had before he put it in his chest. But what do we do with this information? We trying to create a new world? I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know why so much billions and billions of dollars, so much money would go into this craziness. Trying to collide particles, quark-gluon particles, plasma. The article says, we've shown we can find a signal. In the next few years, we want to use the quark-gluon plasma to probe the X particle's internal structure, which could change our view of what kind of material the universe should produce. I don't know how to use it. So currently our data is consistent with both because we don't have enough statistics. In the next few years, we'll take much more data so we can separate these two scenarios, or in the world, the space-time continuum as we know it. And it says that will broaden our view of the kinds of particles that were produced abundantly in the early universe. Well, what does that help, though? That's my big question, is what does that change on anything? Because to me, it don't change nothing. Let me see here. I'm about to wrap this up soon. I'm going to do a quick break here. I'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll wrap this up with some UFOs, and then I'll get the chat out there if you want to come to the after party. I'll be back very soon. So if you need to take a break yourself, now's the time. Hey, thank you all for being patient there with me. Yeah, I'm here, James. Yeah, I just had to take a quick break, bud. I thank you all. I got more viewers when I wasn't on air. Oh man. And I think James, I think you'll appreciate this comment from Real Cosmology where he says bing bong, bing 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 bong boom. James loves saying bing bong. Bing bong. All right, let me get some chat, and then we'll do UFOs, and then we're going to wrap this up here. I want to get through some of the chat here. Thank you all for watching tonight. It's been a hell of a stream. I've had such a good time with you all. You're lovely people, and we've kept it very, very civil tonight. I like that. Hopefully everyone's having fun. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Real Cosmology said it's Leviticus chapter 13. I'll remember that. I'm gonna read Leviticus tonight. LaSwing says human cyborg relation. He also says Facebook just yeets your data without consent. Yeah, well, I mean, you technically, like they were saying, you consent when you sign up and you hit the terms of agreement, yes or whatever. No one reads through that stuff. Nick's got a flip phone, dude. I'm jealous of you, dude. I want to get one of those old Nokias again. You know, one of them things that you could probably throw into a volcano and it wouldn't burn up. You could probably just fish it out or something. Hello. You know, I want one of those Nokias again, dude. Those bricks. But yeah, I'm hopefully it's not the new flip phone, like the modern one, the old flip phone, the Motorola Razr. Yeah, those were the days right there. LaSween says Fedbook. No doubt. He also says DARPA's LifeLog was the secret origins of Fedbook, not a Zucker pass ranking app. Yes, they told us it was. I believe that, man. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg's smart enough to ever create a company at all. I really don't. Did you ever see him talking about smoked meats? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I have to find this now. I have to. Because if I don't, I will be very disappointed. It was one of the funniest things. We can watch this. Zuckerberg talking about smoked meats, dude. It's one of the funniest things of all time. Here we go. I found it. Let me share this bad boy. Here we go.
Hey everyone, we are live from my backyard where I am smoking a brisket and some ribs. I'm making meats now. Smoking these meats here. Our little meat smoking. It's smoking. So I'm the meat chef. Yeah, someone asked me, do I smoke meat? Smoking meat. Smoking these meats. Smoking meats earlier in the day. Smoking these meats, just set the charcoal up and you set the wood chips up, and then smoking meats, grilling meats, good smoky flavor. Smoke a brisket for like 12 hours. You smoke lemon chicken.
Try to look as human as possible, Mark.
Bison sirloin, ribs and sausage. So I'm looking forward to that.
You're doing all right.
Today we got a brisket on the big guy and some pork ribs on the green egg.
Smoking meats.
Meat like a brisket. I got ribs in there. Finishing off the brisket and the ribs. And I'm just sitting in our backyard, finishing off this brisket and these ribs. But hopefully for Canadian Thanksgiving, you get to eat a lot of brisket and ribs. How many of you guys are eating brisket and ribs tonight? Brisket and ribs. They taste doubly better when you hunted the animal yourself. So
no, he's never fucking done that.
Brisket and ribs, I hope.
Go, get out of here, Mark.
Ribs
get out of
and
here.
The brisket need to be eaten. I want to try your brisket. I want to try my brisket. It's a pretty tough cut of meat. Ribs and the brisket. Are you excited to have a rib tonight? I want my baby back ribs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That is going on the ribs. Sweet Baby Ray. Sweet
oh
Baby
my gosh, this is almost intolerable.
Sweet Baby Rays. We have just applied the Sweet Baby Rays. Sweet Baby Rays. Sweet Baby Rays. Maybe throw some Sweet Baby Rays on the ribs and take it from there. Yeah, someone asked me, do I smoke meat? Smoking meat. Smoking these meats. Smoking meats earlier in the...
So we all know Mark Zuckerberg loves smoking meats. All right. Nah, he loves it. Ribs. Sweet Baby Rays. Oh my gosh. Real Cosmology says all the phone technology spying stuff is encrypted, allegedly. Quantum computers are supposed to be able to decrypt it. Whoa, okay. I do believe everything that we say and do. They do have computers big enough to back all that stuff up and use it for either AI or against us one day using the AI. Barb says the AI can't tell the difference between monkeys. Oh, I can't read that. You might not be wrong, but I can't read that. Myth says Black Mirrors. Scrying magic. Yeah, I'm glad you find it hilarious. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I cannot read that. And Javier, he don't think that way at all. He don't think that way. Real says I've seen them control computers. You see a whole robot of different pieces. Okay, I think we're talking about some older stuff here. I should probably move on through it. Yeah, these are old comments. Dang, I was way back there. Way back there. You guys comment so much. I appreciate it. Love y'all for being involved here. You don't understand how much that means to me when you give me all these comments. I apologize. I'm not good at reading them all. But I love seeing it. It's so good. Nick says Elon Musk looks like he does the butthead left. Listen, says, I don't care if I'm being, if I'm rendered a primitive being, I ain't jumping into their crazy tech, man. Most of society's ailments seem to derive from a lack of connection to nature. This is another leap away from it. Whoa! Now that is a good comment. Wow, we are getting farther and farther from nature, and we're becoming more and more technological. And that's the problem, because humans come from the earth, you know, we're the salt of the earth. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So that's every time we take a step, that's a transhumanistic step that they want us to lead us into in order to control us even further. Or I don't know, man. It's crazy stuff. I'm not sure what the end game actually is, but it's scary. I know I want no part of it either, bud. Nick says NASA, not a space agency. Barb says NASA, Elon, and Bezos, they all just wanted to be a special boy. Dude, I mean, I see, I kind of, on one hand, I think people fight with each other. On the other hand, I think they're all in the same club. And that's where I'm trying to decipher the whole thing, is trying to figure out which is which. Who's in the club with who, who's actually in cahoots with who, and then who's fighting. Because I think that's the real, even when outside of that, when it comes to nations, and like I said earlier, like kayfabe, like professional wrestling, that's kind of what politics have become at this day and age, right? Mitt says, didn't NASA start this company that would research the ocean? I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Well, Sween says, what's this conclusion? We're going back to something earlier, previously. I still want to read it. Conclusion, they consulted, after they consulted the priests with NASA. Yeah, I read that on the stream there a few weeks back, where NASA was consulting priests. He's talking about the aliens eradicating disease, and humans being able to live to 220 years old. And NASA is consulting these priests to go talk to aliens if they were to ever arrive here on Earth. LaSween, I get the pun here. I get the pun. He's saying many Bothans died to get these plans. Mon Mothma, female leader. The joke there is I was saying boffins earlier. I didn't know what a boffin was. I know what a boffin is, though. I don't know what a boffin. I know what a boffin is now. We learned something on Hoffcast tonight. Cheers to that. That's a good pun, bro. And I got it. I got it. It says, I said the LHC is for virtual free energy while they still raise the electric bills. Yeah. Nick says, Zucker loves his Sweet Baby Ray's. Plot twist, Sweet Baby Ray's is his uncle. LaSween said, just smoking some meats. My brother made my cousin's husband. I laugh out loud when he brought that up. Yeah, dude. Mark Zuckerberg loves smoking meats, bro. Real says, put this in the Zuckerberg one. Let me see. Yeah, I got it in my history. I'm sure I'll probably bring it back up for you. If you're, which one are you talking? If you're talking about the Zuckerberg one, let me know. Because I think that's what you mean there. Real says Trump was on WWE a lot. I know. I was thinking about that earlier. It's like kayfabe, the WWE, and Trump was on there. And like it all makes sense when you piece it all together. It's hard to sometimes, because sometimes it seems like some of the pieces are too far out there to grab onto. But once you do, and you kind of like bring them in and you put all these pieces together, it's whoa. You kind of get what's going on. It's crazy. LaSween says Donnie got that kayfabe coach. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't either. Real said, just noticed the pic change, LaSween machine. And yeah, he it was that stupid ass picture I said it was the funniest picture I ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh. James is asking, what's a boffin? I just explained that a minute ago, James. I know you're a little slow. I love you, my boy. But it's a British scientist or a doctor. Real says, yes, the Zucker one. Okay, I'll get it in here for you guys. Can I do that? I think I can. Yeah, there you go. I just put it in the chat there, that Mark Zuckerberg video. I hope you do something fun with it, Real. Like, definitely do something fun with that one. Matt Brooks, ayo, I'm late watching in the MGMs. Are you still in Vegas? You still in Vegas, bro? Damn, living a life. You still in Vegas? May says I can barely hear the stream. Hey, that's fine, man. I'm glad you showed up and you said, hey, I love you. I love all you bosses. You are awesome people. So here's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get some UFO videos up, and I'm going to put the invite into the stream very soon for anyone who wants to come backstage and would like to hang out for the after party after the show. So we'll do about maybe 10 minutes of UFO videos or so, and then we'll get that going. Matt Brooks says, yes, he gets home on Friday. Can't wait. You can't wait to get home? Dude, you've been in Vegas for like a month, dude. I would just stay there at this point. Just stay out there, man. F everything else. So yeah, let's check out some UFO videos. Probably gonna have an ad on this.
Let me show you.
Yep. So I'm gonna make sure we don't watch that ad. Matt says exactly. Exactly. I'm spent. Probably, literally and figuratively. So yeah, this has been a hell of a stream tonight. You guys are freaking awesome. It's my favorite stream. Every stream that I do, it like becomes my favorite stream. It just keeps getting better and better. And I thank all you bosses. So let's check this one out. Anunnaki ship. Oh, it's been a while since I heard from the Anunnaki. Been a while. Giant. How do they know it's an Anunnaki one? Has it got symbolism on it? Got a big A like the Avengers or something? I don't know. Big lizard. Giant spaceship spotted in the sky. Let's take a look at this one. This one once again from Mavi777. This is not a video. It's a damn picture, man. Oh, here's some pictures. That's pretty weird, though. You seeing that? Dude, looks like a bunch of stuff falling down. Okay, I kind of see the weirdness in that. I wouldn't say it like one spaceship, though, unless it's like a tentacled spaceship. I got the infrared there. I don't know, do you think there's like a cohesive body behind it, or do you think it's just random lights? I don't know. It looks weird. Oh, and that's where they get the Anunnaki ship right there. It's supposed to look like that thing, I guess. Swing said, my dude Matt was watching Hoffcast Lost in Vegas last week. Slumped against the Slumish. Bringing Hoffcast to Vegas. What's this one here? Oh, this one's way better than the last one. Look at that. That's whoa. Wow. Changing colors, man.
I see this almost every morning.
He sees it every morning? Hey, I just want to say thank you all for like just being cool to each other in the chat tonight. Like, you guys are freaking awesome. That's all I asked for. Like I said, you can call me an idiot all you want. I don't care as long as you guys get along. That's all I care about. So yeah, I'm gonna put the invite in the chat now. Go over a couple more videos, and we'll get to the backstage. It's already midnight. It's gone on for so long. It goes fast though. Like, these shows go so fast, it's insane. So I got the invite in there. If you guys want to join, come backstage. I'll be here for about a few more minutes doing UFO videos. What's this one? I hear crickets. I think that's just an eagle. Now that orb's cool. That you can, the way they zoomed in on that, you can kind of see the depth of it. That it's like not way up there in the sky. It's like actually kind of close.
And there's two formations in the sky that have merged into one. It looks like a
Oh, she's being read a script. Slave's being read a script. Oh, this one right here. This is one that I actually. There
are two types.
This is one that I went over in like my first episode, and Mavi's posting it right now. We'll watch it again, but yeah, this one, the Shanghai, China, that I thought was going on with Project Bluebeam, just from the shape of it. They're trying to make projections through like a fog or a cloud or something. That's the only way you can have a tangible thing to create a projection from. Me and Real Cosmology were talking about that as well on Thursday. Matt says your Tuesday solo and Thursday guest is a great idea. Like, thanks, man. I have two guests on this Thursday too. Thanks, dude. I think it's gonna be hopefully a usual thing. So I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, that's interesting, right? The Illuminate confirmed, this kind of thing. The old pyramid, the triangle. 3's the magic number, right? So look at this ring here. Oh shit, my bad. Hey. Real says that's not the right StreamYard link. I just posted that one to Mark Zuckerberg again, I think. That's because my keyboard sucks. I need to get like a new keyboard or something because it doesn't use the letters right. Thank you for letting me know, man. I'm going to post it right now. There's the StreamYard link. My apologies for anyone watching right now. Anyone who wants to be in the after party. You know, sometimes I mess up. Sometimes my keyboard messes up. Let's watch this. That's kind of weird, right? Like, kind of looks like a smoke ring. But why would there be a smoke ring like that? Like, you'd probably have to know what was underneath it. Like, it's just a single smoke ring. It's just a weird thing you don't see every day in the sky. It's not really moving. It's just kind of sitting there, you know, in the atmosphere or whatever.
Вот, это светят люди, а это НЛО.
Let's see if we can get one more good one before the night. I never get good UFO videos. Never get them. I want to get one good UFO video before I head out tonight. Because they all suck. Look at this one.
Have you ever felt like God's calling you to do more?
Yes. Yes, sir. All right, let's take a look at this. It's a picture, man. It's just someone moved their phone too fast when they took a picture. It's not video. Very interesting. It looked like Ghostbusters or something, man. And we got multiple pictures. That's nice. I wish we'd had some video. Is there some video in this of it, or are you just going to show pictures? Who takes pictures anymore? Take the video. It is, it's interesting. That's for sure. Not sure what it is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I like this one. Here's what I'm talking about right here. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. This is the videos I like. Creepy one. Sounds like the music sounds like Unsolved Mysteries. You're probably right. Probably is a helicopter. Most likely, yes. But I like the ones that are so grainy you can't tell, and your imagination just rolls with it, you know. Helicopters don't normally have two lights like that, though, do they? Yeah, like one on the front. Oh, this one looks cool. Whoa! What is that? Well, we got a sleeper on our hands here. Wait, what is this? Everyone's cheering. Was it playing? Is it fireworks? What are they? It looks like all those laser beams in Star Wars, the Disney Star Wars that blew up all those planets. It's going over pyramids. Well, this is odd. Okay. This is Mexico. I think. Is it? No. Yeah. Is this Mexico? Yeah, it's Mexico. Yeah, it's pretty odd, though. It's going over pyramids and stuff. All right. This is the last one. Whoa, buddy. Look at that cloud formation. That can't be a cloud formation, right? It looks like a bowl turned over. A spaghetti bowl turned over. You see, like, the levels in it, though. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm not saying that's a UFO. It looks like more of a cloud formation, but that distinct edge on it. And it's a weird, if it's a cloud formation, it's one of the weirdest ever. They need to make a new name for that cloud. Like the UFO cloud or something like that. Matt says nighttime chemtrails. Nick says, I blow these rings all the time with my cigarette. Real says, yeah, there's a creepy black helicopter that fly around with their main lights off. I hate those things. Just weird, because I don't normally see two lights on a helicopter. I see helicopters around here. Like, normally have like one. But I'm not a helicopter expert, so I don't know. Screen said, holy. Yeah, that's a weird one, right? It could be edited, though. You know, any of these pictures could be edited. Very easy to do that in 2022. Nick said something in a language I don't read. That's a beautiful picture, though. I'd still like to have that on like a canvas or something, you know, or like I don't know, it'd be kind of a cool picture just to have and hanging in your home a little bit. All right, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. Get backstage to the after party right now. Before we do so, the last thing I want to do is to once again plug Hoffcast.com, baby. Hoffcast.com, this is my baby. And you're watching this week's episode right here. Please visit Hoffcast.com so you know where to get your Hoffcast information. That's the only way you're going to get it, besides YouTube, which I don't trust this platform or many of them. So I own this. I make it. That's where you get Hoffcast info, is at Hoffcast.com, baby. Visit today. Make sure you do. It's free. So one last time, I'm going to put the invite for the backstage after party for anyone who wants to come by and chat. You're all welcome to. You've all been very, very nice to each other in the chat tonight. We're having a good time. What a great stream. Wow. I got to say, what a great stream tonight. You guys make the stream. You are the bosses of Hoffcast. You make it what it is, hands down. I want to remind you once again, this Thursday at 8 p.m., I will be having tarot card readers, Chrissy and Laura, on at 8 p.m. And I will put the stream up there tomorrow on Hoffcast.com, so you can come by the website and find that easily there. So without any further ado, I guess I'm going to get off here. I want to thank you all bosses for being here tonight. You lovely, beautiful people. I will see you on Thursday. Don't take any wooden nickels, all right? Hoff signing off. Cheers.